because from 1 to 2, I was like, "Oh my god, this looks a lot better than 1." I
I
thought,
think we're live.
"Are we live?"
Yes, hello everyone.
Hello. Oh god.
Oh, we've already messed up.
Restart it.
You
Restart
already
it.
messed
Flawless
up. That's so
execution.
bad.
Hello everyone. Uh we are Turntables RPG. Welcome back. We're an experimental tabletop role-playing game stream where all the GMs play and all the players GM. For summer programming, however, we are doing something a little bit different. Um I have defeated Saul in pitched and Mortal Kombat and stolen his power. That's why I'm here
It is
now.
true. It is true.
Um, and
It was insane.
wielding this new arcane potential, I've become the sole GM for this summer programming. Until Saul resurrects from the dead in October and is able to come back and assume his rightful throne. Yeah, so anyway, we are playing Uncharted Worlds, a cool science fiction game that we will explain and get more into later. Moving on with announcements. How is everyone? Who's next?
Is that me? I think it's me.
I think it's
It's you.
you.
I lost what channel we sent it in, but anyway, I know what I'm
in
supposed to
general.
say. And I'm supposed to say follow us on Twitter and stuff. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram and Twitch at TurnTables RPG. All those good social media sites. All
And YouTube.
those and YouTube, yeah. And also Patreon, but we'll get more to that later.
Yeah.
Follow us on social media.
And join our Discord.
And join our
Join our
Discord.
Discord.
Join our Discord.
We got memes. You want to see those memes?
It's
We got
true.
memes. And with a new campaign means all new memes.
New memes.
New memes.
A meme
So-
Only the hottest memes.
Only the
Only the
hottest and
hottest.
spiciest.
Only the
Only the hottest
spiciest.
The
Masha,
freshest
what's
meme.
next?
What's next? Oh boy. Eric already mentioned it, but we are playing Uncharted Worlds, which is a game written by Sean Gomez. It is a powered by the Apocalypse game. That might sound familiar because the game that we previously played, Monster of the Week, is also powered by the Apocalypse. It is based on a game system that already exists that has been used to make this fun game here. This Uncharted Worlds game is going to be our summer programming. We hope for it to last until the beginning of October.
Yep. So we are playing Uncharted Worlds. We used to play Monster of the Week, but now it is no more. Ha! Psych! I'm from the 90s. Season 2 of Monster of the Week is in the works. We are going to be launching into pre-production coming in September. So look forward to that. You will get to see our lovely spooky moments later on. We are also going to try our best to get a timetables up in the next couple of months or so. But of course, life happens, and so it's taking us a little bit of time to be able to set aside to play that and run it and all of that. So be looking for that. We'll let you know as it happens if you follow us on our social medias. So double tag on that.
And you will all notice, I imagine, that we are sitting in a new beautiful overlay designed by our wonderful producer, Saul. And along with this, you see directly below me is a really dope spaceship. And next to every character, all of our wonderful cast is their characters who we will get into here momentarily. The spaceship was drawn by Alex, who is at Comic Engine Alex on Instagram. I worked with him on the design of the spaceship. He's super cool, super good to work with. Really amazing artist. And our character art was done by Ria. And I'm going to say this and then spell it out because I might be pronouncing it incorrectly. At Ria Tietjen, or at Ria is RIA, and then TIETJEN on Instagram. Again, Alex, yeah, for the spaceship art and Ria for the bust art. We also just want to plug Patrick Costa and Corlo for their amazing work they did for Monster of the Week. Follow them on Instagram at PC Inc. And at Corlo Art. Or is it at PC Inc. _?
Using
Yes.
ink underscore, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Saul
it is
forgot to
in
put the
chat.
underscore in
It
art.
is in chat.
It is in chat. Anyway. Yeah, that is all for art, I believe.
Continuing on this art topic, sadly in the battle between Eric and Saul, the Big ZDZ moat was lost in the conflict.
True.
May he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace. May he return in Avengers Endgame. Uh, so we actually have 2 new emotes that you can use if you are subscribed to us. The new planet just dropped emote and the space baby emote. We really want to start collecting a huge collection of emotes, so please spread the word so we can get more subscribers and therefore unlock more emote slots. And maybe if we get another slot, Big ZDs can make a return.
Patreon. In other words, wow, I'm not good at speaking today. But anyway, let me try that again. If you'd like to support us in other ways, potentially without contributing to Mr.
lot.
Bezos's
Bullshit.
bleh. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm very nervous. Can you tell? It's been a
I'm also
while.
very nervous.
But you can support us on Patreon, which is very cool because you don't have to spend $5. You can spend as little as $1. I feel like a guy.
salesman.
Infomercial guy. For the low price of $1, you can support us on Patreon. Just as this stream has started, we have released a poll on there for our $1 Patreon talking about like future emotes and stuff. So if you subscribe there, you get cool stuff like art or like, snippets,
Access.
sneak peeks of art stuff, and
And you get a say in what we do.
yes,
Yeah.
boy, I'm rambling today.
You're good, Mars. Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of money, hey guys. You
No.
What are you doing?
what?
What are you doing, Destin?
Oh no.
Destin, stop. This is
Oh.
my thing.
Oh no.
This is my thing. Guys, speaking of all this promotion, salesman, infomercial talk, money. Oh, golly gee, do I love money. Oh, gosh, I would give it all up for a nice crisp dollar bill. Uh, Specifically, the exact dollar amount it would take for you to get a Amazon Prime account, so you can therefore send that money to me uh, through the process of Twitch Prime. I actually don't get. I don't believe I don't get the Twitch Prime money, but we get the Twitch Prime together. We are Legion. We all get the money. It's so easily. It's so easy. I'm gonna do it right now. If you just click subscribe, there should be a little check box that says use Prime sub if you've connected your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and then you just click subscribe with Prime, and it's done. And you've done it. So please do it again and again. Please, please, God, please, please, please. Thank you.
I almost don't want to say anything because I'm waiting for more chaos to ensue. But speaking of chaos, we would like to plug our friends at Reflections of Chaos. They are a charity D&D stream, and all of their proceeds go towards Player versus Hunger in their fight against food poverty. And if you are really missing Saul and you want to see him with his like missing eye and like brutal scars on his face from his battle with Eric, he does play with them on Wednesday nights. You can find them on twitch.tv/Aurelia, but that is spelled AUR3LLIA.
Was that
Cool. I
Yeah.
have a personal thing. Uh, going back to when I want your money. Don't just
You know
give your
who
money to
else?
me. Give your money to my grandma. Uh,
This is
my
a weird Amazon Prime pitch.
my grandma wrote a book. To
Oh
give
my
some
god, how many
context,
copies do you have?
too many. I have like two like authors copies over there. Anyway, so the context of this is my grandma used to tell me and all my other cousins bedtime stories based off of animals that were based off of her family members. So she has twin brothers, and so this is a story about two twin squirrels. And so she took basically all the stories that she would tell us when we were kids, and she put them in a book. And then she lost the book several years ago. And I had found a copy, and I illustrated it for her birthday last year. And I printed out a copy for her, and then that turned into she wanted to actually publish it. So. We did that. So this is the antics of Roy Troy. If you want to look it up on Amazon, I will post a link into the chat, or you can just look up on Amazon Roy Troy, one word. Not. It's called The Antics of Roy Troy. I did. I have the art. I did art for it. You can get it in both paperback and Kindle ebook, if you would like. Technically, yes, they're available in both versions. Yes, it's all good. Ebook is cheaper, as ebook should. So there is the chat link. But yeah, thank you. It's just It's just a thing that I enjoy, or that I enjoyed doing, and it was a very emotional, heartfelt thing that I did, and it sort of turned into a whole business thing. But yes. Anyway, thank you.
Oh, it's super cool. I definitely think, if you guys are interested in buying the book, definitely do it. Or if you're not interested in buying the book, you should do it. Support Chris's grandma is what I'm
Yes.
telling you. Do we have
I have
Mars? Yes.
announcement. It's called I'm non-binary and I am in the tabletop role-playing game stream, so I'm legally
What?
obligated to tell you about non let me make sure I don't mess up what it's actually called. Um Non-binary tabletop RPG month. It's super cool. I just found out about it like yesterday, but their aim is to, throughout the entire month of August, support non-binary folk in the tabletop RPG community. There are weekly game bundles on itch going out by non-binary creators. Um, the first week, which was last week, was disabled non-binary creators, and this week it is non-binary creators of color uh, who have put their game into a bundle, and it's super cool. And you can get I itched a mosquito bite, now it's bleeding. That's fine. Um, that was just an update on my life. Now I've lost my train of thought. You can get cool games. I think this week it's $75 worth of games for like 25 bucks. And you're helping support non-binary creators of color. They've also got a cool like Q&A thing, which I have been filling out. Well, I haven't been filling it out. I filled out most like days 1 through 10 today, which is on my Twitter, but that that's cool. Support non-binary people. You can also support non-binary people because I'm non-binary and support our stream. So that's all. I'm gonna drop links in chat now and
Oh.
stop talking.
All right. Okay, I think that wraps up our announcement. Unless anyone has anything else really sudden they need to proclaim.
Did we want to reintroduce ourselves with names and pronouns?
This is not a bad idea. My name is, well, let's see, what all do we have on the overlay? Just want to make sure. Okay, so my name is, Eric. I'm the GM.
Did
I'm
you have
at
to check what your name
Astronaut1.
was?
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I didn't forget. I forgot if it was on the overlay or not.
Oh,
There's too many
Not
layers.
if, yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry that I'm
Um,
heckling you already. This
It's
is
okay.
bad
It's
player
okay. Yeah, this is
behavior.
actually
I'm
just going to be
done.
like 4 hours of Masha yelling at me, and that's
People would
the
watch that,
campaign.
right?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm at Austinot1 on Twitter, at Austinot on Instagram. My pronouns are he, him, and I am happy to be here. That's part of my identity. Whoever wants to go next.
Hi, Since nobody's jumping on that I'm Dustin. Nice to meet you. Um, I will be playing the part as you will be introduced of Rusty Davis. I'm not going to do anything involving who he is right now. You'll find out, unless Eric wants us to.
No, I think who
Yeah.
you are will
Yeah.
become evident as we play. But if you guys
Okay.
want to, yeah, give your like the character you're playing and like their name, I think that's really all you need.
Yeah, there you go, and you can kind of see him up in the corner there. I am at Valor6 on Twitter and also Valor6 basically everywhere. It's my brand, so on Twitch, Twitter, wherever usernames are sold, you'll probably find me as Valor6. Um, but yeah, that's and I am he/him as well.
Masha, you're next. I've decided.
The Overlord has made a
I
decision.
hope he studied.
Wow.
Sorry, didn't realize that was rude when
That hurts.
I didn't realize that was gonna be as mean as it was when I said it.
Oh my goodness.
I am Masha. You can find me at Mishmash Masha on Twitter if you would like to see me complain about things frequently, I guess. I will be playing the part of Lorelei Mankiller, arguably the coolest name I've come up with for an RPG character ever, during our Uncharted Worlds game. My pronouns are she, her. What else do I got? And I am also happy to be here, but happier than Eric is.
Wow.
I'm at least 30% nervous, if not more.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
Chris.
Hello. My name is Chris. My pronouns are he, him, as of right now. I go by the Furf on everything. I'm a graphic designer artist. You can find my portfolio at chrisaller.net. Um, Tonight I am playing Coda, who is a robot boy. Uh, I'm whelmed to be here. I don't know.
Just whelmed.
I'm just whelmed. I'm not over.
Just
I'm not under.
whelmed.
I'm just whelmed.
I guess that's good. It's better to be whelmed than underwhelmed.
Yes.
And last but not least, Mars.
Hi, I'm Mars. I use they them pronouns. I'm playing Janus Rez, who also uses they them pronouns. I am on Twitter at Frog Who Games because who am I if not a frog who games? Um, I am so nervous and I don't know why. It's also very hot where I am, so now introducing my fan.
Okay.
Yep.
Yup. All right.
It's been a
So,
minute for all of us.
It has been a
honestly.
minute for all of us, but much longer for me than anyone else. But it's not a competition. Wow. Okay. So without further ado, we are gonna roll the intro here in a moment, and then we will get into the action. So, welcome everyone to Turntables RPG Plays Uncharted Worlds.
Truthfully, this story didn't happen too long ago. Not in a grand sense, at least. It happened here, in the cluster, and on the worlds around it. It's a story of adventure, of trials, won and lost. It's a story of unlikely comrades, of hope, tragedy, love, and most importantly, a return. And how all these things got us here today. Why don't you sit a while and listen?
Oh
Oh.
boy.
So cool.
I want that as a pin. if
Epic.
anything.
Yeah.
It's very good. So,
Absolutely.
without further ado, I'm gonna play a song here. Hopefully it will.
Oh.
Is it playing? Okay.
Fancy.
So, getting started. The year is 3,269 post-founding. A lot of you have found yourself at the end of a lengthy transport mission. You have been hired by a local of the planet Fortuna to pick up and deliver a compact laser drill. Fairly run-of-the-mill stuff. Fortuna is a mining colony, and it's been around forever. It exists in frontier space, past the reaches of the Aeschylean Unity, the Galvan Ascendancy, and certainly the Clamori Concord. Fortuna, in its existence, has expanded past being just a mining colony to the point where several major trade routes in frontier space pass through it. And as such, it's become a bit of a hub world. Freelancers, such as yourselves, find quite a bit of business there. And you find yourselves, again, pulling down through the atmosphere in the Rhapsody, your ship, down into a landing bay, a wide open concrete plot of land. It's sort of like an airport. It's a spaceport. Various people's coming and going. You hail the people working at the port. They tell you to come in. They give you a spot. And yeah, you guys descend downwards the flaps on the bottom of the Rhapsody opening, the landing gear protruding down, and you slowly touch down on Fortuna. The surface of Fortuna, I should note, is fairly rocky and cragged. Not like to the point where it's a wasteland, but the planet is mostly barren, which is largely why it's prime real estate for mining. There's been a lot of geothermal activity in the history of this planet, like ancient history. Not as much an issue anymore, but it's got a livable surface and enough, resources that people make a decent living here. The door to the bay of the Rhapsody opens, and there are various people moving about, making sure everything is in order. And as you exit your spaceship, Rusty, I will say in particular, a larger man approaches you. Bigger dude, barrel chested, wearing a jumpsuit, like a gray jumpsuit. He's got a tool belt on. He's got a bit of a beard, a decent beard, and scant little hair on the top of his head, but he's trying to keep what he can. You know this guy, actually. This is the guy who hired you for this job. His name is Abner Krull. He's the foreman of one of the mines here. And he sidles up to you. A lot of you, if any of you want to still be aboard the Rhapsody, I'm not sure what all of you were doing on landing, but Rusty, you being the sort of de facto pilot or helmsman of the Rhapsody, no doubt we're ready to land. But anyway, Abner approaches you, his arms outstretched, and he says, "All right, it's been a bit, but you got it? Are we good?"
Now, I don't know if y'all know me, but Rusty Davis always gets the job done.
Of course. Right. Yeah, so it's inside.
Sure.
Great. Now I know I put out a decent I'm gonna pay you. we're good. Is all
Okay.
I'm saying.
Well, now
Right.
the way you said that makes it sound
Like, listen,
bit a bit disconcerting.
no, hang on. I'm not trying to swindle anybody. I'm a reputable man. In the budget, we've got enough money for it. Here, look. And he reaches into one of the pockets and he pulls out like a credit chip, basically. And he hands it to you. This is 2,500, like we agreed on. Should be enough for, cover fuel and all that, right?
Right. So, where you want it delivered?
Oh no, like you can offload it here, right? You brought it to the planet. That's what we needed.
Now, just real quick,
Yeah.
what'd you order again? Because
Compact laser drill.
right.
Is that not what you picked up?
Hmm.
Did you not fucking get my laser drill?
And you would be
I'm Abner Krull. I'm the man who hired you. I'm the foreman at the mine here. One of the various mines on this planet. It's a mining world, Fortuna.
Let me check with my quartermaster.
And he just like turns around as you turn back to the ship.
And he pockets the credit chip.
Okay.
Oh, God.
All right. Yeah, you turn back to the ship. What? Hello, everyone. What are the rest of you up to?
Janus has stayed on the ship.
Okay. Are you just like in your room? Or are you?
I think they're kind of like peeking out a window or like looking at a monitor to see what's outside. But they are not going to talk to anyone.
Okay.
Talk to anyone outside this ship, I guess.
All right. Yeah. I mean, you look out the window. You're up on the habitation deck, so you're fairly high up comparatively. A lot of people just ambling about. A lot of people, getting work done. Other ships flying in, leaving. It's like imagine the energy of like the tarmac of an airport, kind of, as people are loading and unloading, and all of that sort of business.
And
Okay. What are
Janus
the
is
others?
just watching.
What are the other two of you up to?
Would you like to go first, Masha?
Sure. I think Lorelai is currently sitting quietly and meditating in her workshop space.
And that is down in the cargo hold, right?
Yes.
I think is where we decided. Okay.
Yes. For the life of me, I can't remember what kind of workshop I decided on.
Was it a workshop, or I thought it was a rugged base, or am I
It's a good question.
Uh-oh.
I
It's
never
fine.
wrote it down. We'll,
Coda,
we'll figure it out.
what are you
In
up
my
to?
room. In my room that's got stuff on the walls, but we don't remember what's on them.
Great.
There's things in this space. What is happening? Cool. I think Coda is in his research lab. I guess for anyone who is just listening and not looking at the art, he is a purple man. He has like panel lines all over himself. He is a robot. In some ways, he has literally chiseled features. He's wearing like sort of a jumper without shoulders. He still has sleeves, but what service? He's revealing his shoulders for reasons that are definitely for efficiency, not because I just wanted to see his shoulders. Um, so I think he is just like sitting around, just typing, just booping away.
All right. You boop away. Rusty, who you said you wanted to go talk to your quartermaster.
Yeah, he's lying.
Okay.
Okay. We did actually get this drill though, right? Like you said we did.
That's all backstory. At this point, I'm leaving that up to you. Did you
Oh,
fuck this dude over?
Oh, okay. See, I was confused out of character. I just didn't want to like show it in character because it wasn't just like
Mhm.
I'm like, did we?
I-
Is this a hook?
I threw you guys in media res.
Okay. I was like, is this a hook? Are we supposed to like? Is he mistaking us for someone that he hired or? Okay.
No, like
So
you
we have
you,
the
you,
drill.
you
Okay.
were hired by Abner Krull to pick up a
Oh.
laser drill or a laser drill on another planet and deliver it here, and you have done so.
Okay. Yeah. We got it.
Okay. Cool.
Sure. Probably.
All right.
Where is it?
It's sitting in your cargo bay. Is
Okay.
where it is. Where all other cargo will go. To describe, I guess, well, I don't know really that we need to describe the Rhapsody. It is sitting directly below me.
Well, I
on
think we should
screen.
describe it just in case, like with how Chris did, just in case we have anyone who
Right.
may,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah, so it is this massive, long, purple and gold colored spaceship. It is sort of like if you could put a semi in space. It is a little bit like that. It is roughly 100, not 100 feet, like roughly 100 meters in length, like anywhere from about there. It's got 3 decks. It's got 2 laser cannons on the front end of it. It's got a bunch of windows on the side. I feel like I'm doing like a really bad job of describing this spaceship. But
It's got like windows.
it's got like
and
windows
stuff.
and like hatches on the top, and it's like a spaceship.
It's a color. I don't
It's
know.
Imagine a spaceship.
Imagine
You
if you
got it.
will. Imagine.
That's it. No, it's purple. It's got the word Rhapsody lettered on the side in gold.
It's very fancy. That's actually
Very fancy.
Rusty's handwriting.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Beautiful handwriting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
excellent calligrapher. That Rusty. Yeah. So Abner is sort of has quickly pulled out like a phone and is calling someone. Like and is like sort of talking in like angry, hushed sort of tones, facing away from you.
All right. So how big is this laser drill?
It is roughly the size of a car.
Right. Okay.
So and there's like equipment about like you can get people from
Okay.
the spaceport to help you unload it and stuff. That's no issue.
All right. Well, he'll go into the cargo bay, which is where Lorelei is, right?
Yes.
So, actually, is that also where Coda's workshop is? I don't remember where.
Coda's workshop is up in the engineering deck.
Engineering. That's right. Okay.
Mhm.
I was
Which
like, I
is
don't know where I
which
am.
is the deck above this one.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So, yeah, he's Rusty's gonna walk over to the laser drill and just kind of look at it. This is a laser drill, right? Lorelei. I'm speaking to you directly so that you will in fact respond to me, so that I'm not the only one who has a character voice so far.
Space people talk funny.
I messaged it in chat already. I'm like expending so much mental energy to like get my own character voice right because every time I hear Dustin talk in any kind of southern accent, my brain just goes
Yeehaw.
southern accent immediately.
I love this.
I that's the drill. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, you see this big
Nice.
metal it's like it's basically a sort of like a oblong shaped laser emitter set on a pair of treads. And there's sort of like a little enclosed space where like a cockpit is what that is called. For someone to sit and pilot it.
So just real quick, I'm sorry to interrupt everyone, but I believe that the artist for our ship is in chat right now watching us.
Oh,
Is he?
hello.
Yes, because he-
Hello.
Hi.
I like the ship. It looks very good.
It's
It
very,
really does.
it's really fucking sick.
I've
I'm
heard this ship
very-
has windows.
I'm very
It
hyped
does.
about
I
it.
did really excellent. I don't know if you're
yeah,
good with that. I did
I
a
love the
really
coloration.
excellent job
This color is my
of
color.
describing it earlier.
Rusty, did you need someone to pilot it, or what's the plan here? I can get in, but I can't promise it'll go well.
Well, nah, it's just making sure we're delivering the right thing, because otherwise, well, let's just say I don't want to give like a hand cannon to a bunch of miners or nothing.
I mean, I think they'd know that if you gave them the wrong thing.
Right, but I wouldn't. I ain't never used one of these before. I mean,
We just picked it up. I don't understand what's so hard about this. It wasn't here before, now it's here now. Yes, this is the right thing. This is the laser cannon. Laser. Oh crap. You said it was, what is it again? Laser drill.
It's a It ain't so easy now, is it? All right, I'm gonna go have some of the folk outside bring it in.
All right.
They're
So you depart from Lorelei, back out. See Abner standing there. And he's like, "All right. So is it? You got it right?
yep.
Okay.
You got some people to come get it.
Yeah. And he waves over a bunch of other dudes who work here. They help you guys. Basically, it's not that interesting to describe that much further. Get the laser drill off of your ship. They get it onto another transport vessel, like a smaller sort of, like two to four person sort of like little hover vehicle, and they whisk it away. He says, "All right, well, again, you got the chip. If you want, and I appreciate how fast you guys got it here. My brother owns a place to stay in town. You guys are welcome to stay there if you want."
Yeah, I think having a rest might be pretty good. Y'all got any places to drink around here?
Yeah, same place. Yeah.
Like to hear that.
Well, I mean, there's no shortage. I'm gonna chill out for my brother's inn, but you know how it is.
Right.
Yeah,
Well.
it's the Shiny Mina. There's like a neon sign. It's fine. I don't know. I didn't pick the name.
Well, I'll let my crew know, and we'll see if we can't give him some business.
All right. Yeah, just tell him Abner sent you. All right.
Enjoy your
Other
drill.
than that, thank you. Yeah, we will. You guys have a good one while you're in town.
Yeah.
And he turns and goes. All right, you guys you're on Fortuna. You have in particular, you're sort of situated, you've landed in an area that is attached to a city. The city's name is Prospolis. It is one of the few cities on this planet. It is probably the largest of the few cities that are on this planet. It is set against a mountain, and there are several adjacent mines. So a lot of the people who actually live here are miners and people who work in business and trade adjacent to that. Yeah.
I think Janus goes down to the cargo bay area once Abner has kind of left and kind of goes to attempt to rejoin the group.
Okay. You walk down into the cargo hold.
And Janus gives kind of an awkward wave and says, hello? Has everyone left? Is there strangers on the ship any longer?
I think Dustin is frozen,
Dustin
so
died.
I will.
Oh,
he's
there he
back.
is.
Oh, Dustin's alive again. Okay, you're good.
Dustin's
Oh,
alive.
that's
Hey,
funny. I
Dustin.
could hear that whole thing. That was scary.
You froze for a moment. We were
You had
frightened.
your eyes closed. You looked very restful.
I
Just
I don't.
passed away slowly on stream.
Um,
It was very peaceful. I
Yeah.
thought-
um, at peace.
What? Missing something?
Yeah, no, it's just us. They took away that weird laser thing that was taking up all this space. Hey, Rusty, did you get another job?
If by job you mean place to drink, then yes.
Do you know if it's even good drink?
Well, no, that's why I gotta go check it out.
Well, all right. Should someone go get Coda then?
Yeah, there's they got I guess an inn attached, so we could probably shack up there for the night and then find some work around town.
I can go receive go fetch Coda, and Janus kind of gives a weird little run off and goes to find Coda.
You scamper back up into the ship.
Yeah,
Uh,
basically.
This is how I'm imagining that. Yeah, you find Coda is where he pretty much always is. In engineering, in his lab sort of area.
Coda, we are
And
going
Southport.
to supposedly drink and sleep on the planet. They have called for you down in the cargo bay. We should go there.
Koda closes his like panel and it turns and nods and says, I do not require drink, really. But if that is what you require, I may find time in the schedule to do that.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's more of a social thing as opposed to a sustenance thing.
Yeah.
Though I can't promise anything. I'm unfamiliar with the customs.
I have several different programming installed to properly assimilate with any social gathering that you require, whether it be quinceanera, formal ball, or a rodeo, as Rusty would probably enjoy.
I assume it's more of the rodeo style, though I'm
Well, yeehaw
Yeah.
then.
yes, yeehaw. Let's go down to the cargo bay.
Okay.
All right, and you guys make your way back down to the cargo bay. Our four intrepid heroes all together at last. All right. From here, you guys head into town.
Sure.
Just want to make sure in case I don't know if you had any particular intentions about anything else. Yeah. So you guys make your way into town. Prospolis is a decently big city. Buildings here aren't like it's not like skyscraper sort of dystopia-esque. It's like the downtown of a small city. Like buildings don't get higher than probably like 8 stories tops. It's fairly small. Like you can always see the sky. And it's getting you guys landed probably it's getting a little bit later in the evening. It's probably the equivalent of 7 or 8 o'clock. As you guys make your way to, if you had nothing else you wanted to look for, the Shining Miner, which is you were greeted with a neon sign on the front of it. It's a fairly simple building, small like 2-story, made of mostly just brick and metal. It's got this, the neon sign has like this cartoonish picture of a miner. He's got like a big pickaxe and like a bag of jewels. And like the bag has a tear in it, so like it like animates slightly. There's like little jewels are like falling out of the back.
Oh, I love it. I want a drink here.
And it seems like it's not a super busy night. But yeah, you guys walk inside. Decent place. There's like photographs and whatnot on the walls of like different events that have happened here in the city and like newspaper type stuff. And like photos of maybe like famous guests who have stayed here and regalia of the town. You see there is a man behind the bar across the way as he's lit. He looks very similar to Abner Krull. The difference is he has hair on top of his head and none on his chin. But he is equally barrel-chested, big dude, and a big belly as well. He stands behind the counter, polishing a mug. As a couple people, there are in the bar with you, several people off to the right. There's like a small stage set up where like maybe a musician would play, but there's no one playing right now. But there's one like really old dude who's like probably in his 70s or like he could be older, like he's probably in his mid 70s. And he seems to be like recanting some sort of story to a bunch of other people who seem like at various levels of mild disinterest to him. Other than that, the bar, there's a couple of people sitting around. They mostly seem like average folk that you would expect here. Yeah, but you guys enter the bar. What do you do?
Go to the bar.
Okay, yeah, you walk up. The one bartender there says, "Hello."
Howdy. Your brother sent us.
Oh,
Abner.
Abner. All right. Well,
Yeah.
My name's Devo. It's good to meet you guys. Devo, Devo.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Steve-O, and I'm like, of
Not
course.
I realized when I said that it sounded a bit like Steve-O. His name is Devo. Devo Krull. I own this establishment.
Yeah, so I've heard. Nice sign.
Thanks. Don't get many compliments on that. It's appreciated.
Sure. You now, let's find maybe something else that I can compliment you on
All right.
with a drink.
All right. What suits your fancy?
What you got?
Well, we've got ciders from all over the frontier. Got a couple beers from the Ascendancy that are pretty nice. It's good. Well, it's good season on some of the planets there. On the others, not as much. It doesn't matter. I got a couple of beers we brew here as well. If you're interested, supporting local.
Yeah, give me something local.
All right.
That'd be nice. I ain't never been here before. It'd be nice to try local delicacies.
All right. Anything for the two of you and your purple friend?
I shall have something from the Galavan Ascendancy. I don't have a preference. I don't know what to order. I don't.
All right. You'll like something sweet?
I think so.
I'll get you something sweet. All right. And you, miss.
I think I'll take what my companion here is having. Have you,
Just
Dusty? Have you introduced yourself to this guy yet, or no?
No, he's not said his name yet.
Okay.
I just want to, for the sake of clarity, Saul and I had a conversation about this earlier. Did you just call him Dusty?
Yeah.
I may have combining Dustin and Rusty,
Yeah.
but
Well, to be fair, my childhood nickname's Dusty. So
Okay.
it may have happened. It may have come out.
You all will hear me called that in September. That's going to happen.
Before the stream, actually like a week ago, Paul and I were like, how long is it going to take for someone to call him Dusty? I was like, it'll probably be first session. And we
So
were right.
apparently, 59 minutes.
There you go. Oh, wow. 59
too
minutes
bad.
already.
There it is.
59
know.
minutes.
Well, there was a
Uh,
little bit of a pre-stream, so.
That's
Yeah,
fair. That's fair.
that's usually what it is.
But I'll take something local, perhaps something a little bit different than what my buddy got here. That's local.
All right.
Get a taste for everything that's around here.
All right. Sure. And you there, Purple Man?
I do not require any kind of liquid sustenance, but I will pay for user Janus's food and beverage if that is necessary. Please give me the bill.
We have the payment from the last job that'll help us out here.
Sure. Yeah. All right. That sounds good. Yeah, we got food too if you want. Simple shit. Yeah, I'll get those drinks for you. And he turns around and starts grabbing drinks. You guys find a table pretty easily if you want to sit down. Again, there is that old man sort of across the way, so I don't know how close you want to sit to him. But yeah.
I don't actually know. I don't think Janus is going to be the first one to sit down. They're very much watching and following here.
Okay. Yeah, this is definitely an environment. Is it Lorelei or Lorelei?
Lorelei.
Lorelei. Okay. This is definitely an environment Lorelei and Rusty are more familiar with, for sure. Yeah, you guys find, if no one has any preference, a spot ish in the middle. You guys can find a booth if you want as well, set up against a wall. But Devo brings you out your drinks pretty easily. Yeah, you guys hang out, start to drink.
Is the drink good?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, it's not like, the best beer you ever had in your life, but
it's enjoyable, right?
yeah, like it's nice. Like you've been up for a while. It's getting towards the end of the day.
And we've never been here before, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
this is our first time here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could say that a taste of exotica is enjoyed whenever we enjoy this.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. You know what?
Nice
You know what?
game.
Yeah. Sure. I'll give it to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
A taste of exotica is enjoyed. This is a planet you've never been to before.
So all characters mark XP.
There you go.
Cool.
I
Do we
realize.
want to explain how advancement works in this game a little bit?
Yes.
Sure. If someone wants to go ahead and do that,
This
because I haven't
is the
familiarized
this is the
myself
time
with
for that tutorial.
character stuff as much. So, if one of you would like to,
Basically, with the Uncharted Worlds, when you are creating a character and you choose 2 careers and an origin, those careers and origin provide a sample question or kind of like to-do list of what happens and how that gives all characters in the party XP. So Dustin's move was have get a taste of the exotic, correct?
All characters mark XP the first time a taste of exotica is enjoyed.
Okay,
so
yes.
if you were to experience
Exotica.
a second taste of exotica, you would not mark XP
In this session, correct.
Yeah, in
Yes,
this
it's only
session.
once per session.
Yes.
I'm totally cool with just revealing our things as
Yeah.
they happen.
Totally.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Sorry, is anyone else doing anything?
I was just gonna say to talk about like stats and whatnot really quickly. You guys don't have to say yours, but I just want to say this is obviously a bit different than Monster of the Week. So I don't even remember the Monster of the Week stats now. I've wiped my brain to get accustomed to this.
There's
Charm, or
tough, charm,
tough
Cool.
charm, cool, yeah,
weird.
weird.
There's
There's
more
5
than
of
that.
them.
Weird.
And then there's like sharp.
Sharp.
Cool. Those
Okay.
are the 5.
I've been
In-
listening to a lot of the Crit Show recently.
Fun.
Hell yeah.
Good.
In Uncharted Worlds, you have metal, which is like METTLE, which is basically your reflexes, bravery, tactics, stealth, accuracy. There's physique, which is strength, beauty, athleticism, and fitness. Influence, which is personality, leadership, presence, and political clout is also a part of that. Expertise, which is education, cleverness, creativity, and skill. And interface, which is technology, programming, and logic. So when I ask you guys to roll for one of those, in typical fashion, you roll 2d6, add your corresponding stat. The basic move that it gives for like most things is called face adversity, which is just overcome opposition or a danger. Then there's assessment, which is self-explanatory, and get involved, which is also kind of self-explanatory. Yeah,
Cool.
cool.
I would like to use one of my skills,
All right.
Ooh.
which is called deduction, which is when I first witness a situation, I may ask one of the following questions. The GM will answer honestly, hopefully, I hope. And the options I have is who or what is most vulnerable in this situation, who is what most dangerous in this situation, and who or what caused it this situation. And I would like to just look around the bar, the situation being the social situation I'm in, and look
Okay.
and find out who is the most dangerous in this situation.
Okay, dangerous. Okay, now important clarification.
Okay, what
Dangerous
do
in
I
a
consider?
social context or dangerous in a physical context?
Coda is basically. I imagine Coda is just sort of like scanning room, just trying to find whoever is like, oh, that person looks like a criminal. Be ready.
The most dangerous person in the room is probably Lorelai.
Oh, dang it. Lorelai, you just see Coda just staring at you intently.
You're just like halfway through a drink and you look over and he's just like dead eye staring you.
Hi, Coda. Can I help you?
I don't know. Can you?
Man, we've been working together for a while now. You don't have to be sassy with me. I know that you can control how much sass you put out, probably better than a human can.
In a lot of
So-
intervals, yes. Would you like to increase or decrease? What value of sass would you like?
Turn it to max.
From a
Yeah, well, now I'm
sass level
curious.
of
What is
10?
the max sass?
It is a level 10.
He just punches you.
Well, give it to me, Coda. Here, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Coda, how do you feel about Coda, how do you feel about me?
Fuck you.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, let's turn it down a little bit. Maybe it's a bit aggressive. We're
Okay.
trying to make friends here.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Would you like to
Mm,
file a
that's-
complaint?
That's too low. No. Somewhere in the middle of those two things would be good.
Oh,
I mean,
this will take further research to find the optimal levels.
All right.
Oda.
right.
Yes.
As you are actually, as you finish that scan of the room, something does. It's not what you're scanning for, but it does pick up, for whatever reason, because you detect a wireless signal in this room, that does not read like anything you have read before. In particular, and you see it on your scan, it is coming from the old man, who is telling stories, to these other people who are sort of listening with chagrin. And in particular, even further, because you are so close, it is easy to tell. He is wearing, on a thin leather cord around his neck, this wide, brass medallion. Or it's like a brassy color. And it sort of has this sort of wave-like design spiraling around it, and a circle in the middle where there is a symbol imprinted. It is a circle, a line underneath that, and 3 lines coming down like columns out of the horizontal line.
Do I know what that is?
Roll assessment plus expertise.
Okay, cool.
So
Cool. So just
2d6 plus your
2d6.
expertise.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. I rolled boxcars.
Oh
Uh,
shit.
so that's
Was that
two
our
six.
first
That was
roll,
our
too?
first roll, I believe.
Yeah, that's 2 6s plus my 1 expertise, which is a 13 numbers.
So, okay, so assessment on 10 plus, you gain significant information about the subject, earn a data point about it as well. Significant information about this. You don't know what the hell it is.
Okay, cool.
And
Cool.
that is, and I want to like clarify, I'm not telling you that because I don't want to tell you anything. I'm telling you that because that is significant.
Yes, yes. I
Um,
think yeah, Coda is just sort of like his eyes narrow as he's like, I
you
must
don't
learn.
recognize this, and you don't recognize like whatever type of like not frequency, but like whatever this signal
Is
is
it something that
bizarre.
I can enter into? Like,
Uh,
can I hack into the signal? Or is this
roll
just like, oh, I'm
roll face
sensing
adversity
5G?
plus. Do you want to try?
I mean, I'll try. I'll
Okay,
try anything
roll
once.
face adversity plus interface.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. And interface is my highest stat.
Oh,
Okay, I rolled a 5 and a 3, which is an 8 plus a 2, which is a 10.
okay, so moving to interface. Face adversity on a. So it was. What did you roll again?
10.
10. You everyone, you like have this conversation with everyone, and then you just stop, you turn and look at the old man talking across the bar, and you just stare at him. And you zero in on this necklace he's wearing, and you attempt to access this signal that it is putting out, or like that you can tap into, rather. Not
I'm going in.
you're entering the matrix.
You're what?
And I'm trying to think of how to describe this. I apologize.
To quote the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, I gotta get in there.
And you get in there. You feel suddenly a burst of data. And those of you sitting here not currently mentally linked to a necklace see across the bar, or at least out of the corner of your vision, a flash of greenish light as the necklace this man is wearing, these sort of wave-like patterns, the edges of them flash green momentarily, like in a spiral sort of around them. And everyone stops talking immediately. Silence falls on the bar. I mean, at least in that half. Coda, you become aware of probably several thousand lines of incomplete code first.
It's a mess in here.
I'm sorry?
It's a mess in here.
It is a mess in here. They are on your reading of it, they don't seem necessarily unorganized. They are just incomplete. Like someone left this code here, but left it like they left it intentionally incomplete. Everyone on the other side of the bar stops talking. The old man takes off the necklace, and I think just like gut reaction, frightened, tosses it onto the ground. He's like, "What the hell was that?"
So I'm just getting like, so I'm to explain this, I have the skill artificial intelligence, which allows me to enter, unlock, and activate systems at my command. And so I've entered into this necklace, and I'm only getting like just random bits of code that are like unfinished and therefore do not make sense to me.
You can, let's see. You rolled interface again here. If you want to roll assessment again with
Okay.
we'll see your choice of expertise or interface
Huh.
to sort of ascertain what the intention is.
Uh-huh. And I think outside you just see like when Coda is sort of entering into a system, he's kind of left his body, so his like eyes are like complete pitch darkness as they've turned off. And he and he's just sort of slouched over. Um yes, and so I guess I will, if anyone, unless anyone else wants to do anything right now, I guess I will try to assess what I have found.
Okay. Well, yeah. Let's move to everyone else. What are you guys? I guess your reactions to this.
Do we know that Coda was trying to get into it, or is it like a completely blind?
You see that Coda's eyes have gone black, meaning his mind, so to speak, is somewhere else.
Okay.
But like when he is accessing something, there are no really visual tells other than that.
Okay. Hmm.
And these people on the other side of the bar begin standing up, and they're all sort of circled around it. One of the other guys that looks like a miner talks to the old man, and he says, "Tecum, where the fuck did you find that? What is that thing?" And the old man says, and he seems like real skittish all of a sudden. And the medallion that's now no longer glowing, he swipes it back up off the floor and stuffs it into his he's also wearing like a jumpsuit, like a miner's uniform, basically. And he sticks it into the inside pocket of his jumpsuit. And he says, "That's none of your business, for one. And I don't, it, you know, yeah." And just sort of like takes a step back.
I don't know there, Matt. You telling a lot of tales to a lot of people, and suddenly you don't want to give up the goat.
Well,
What do you got there? It looked interesting. Made a weird flash of light.
another one of the guys there says, "Tecum, did you find that down in the mine? I mean, there were rumors about like," and Tecum says, you need to fucking be quiet, all right? There's," one of the miners speaks up again and he says, "I mean, like there were people talking about them finding something down in the mine, right? Is that what that is?" He says, "It's not. Look, be fucking quiet about this, all right? I found. It's something we found. And I just figured, whatever the fuck it is, people in charge are gonna get, they're probably gonna make a lot of money on it, so I figured I'd take what I can. We don't get shit." The other guys sort of all seem like, "Oh, what do we do about this?" Huh.
I think Janus is going to walk over to the guy who was wearing the necklace and kind of start talking to him.
All right, yeah, you approach this old man. You've heard his name is Tecum.
Peckham, yes. And Janus walks up to him and is like, "Tecum, right. I understand you're frustrated with your bosses, higher ups, whatever, and we're using that to sort of hold that against them. But and they flip out like a little ID card looking thing. I'm basically thinking of psychic paper from Doctor Who, but it's probably digital as opposed to like magical, or it probably is some sort of kind of digital ID card. And they go, "I'm Juno, and I'm a student at the, well, not a student, technically a graduate student, whatever my position. I know a lot about ancient artifacts, and I was wondering if I might be able to take that off your hands for you."
Uh, Roll face adversity plus influence.
I have a move called Advise, which is when you steer someone towards a decision or desire, roll influence. I don't know if that would apply here, but
Yeah, I mean, you'd functionally be doing what I am asking you
Yeah,
to
that's
anyway.
that's
so,
fair.
Yeah.
Oh no. That is a 4 plus 2 is 6.
Do you not have Oh, is that 4 total?
It is a 4 on the dice plus
Okay.
a 2 plus 2 influence.
So total is
Total is 6.
6. Okay.
Yeah.
So on a
Can I
7
try to help?
sure, yeah. You stand up, walk over there, roll get involved plus influence, I suppose. Get involved is the move that happens when you want to get involved.
Yeah. And I think I'm gonna just be like, well, let's see how I roll, and then we'll go from there. Why don't we?
Mm-hmm. What did you roll?
No.
No.
We can just pretend. We can just pretend like I never wanted to get in here. I rolled a 3 total.
3 total.
Mm-hmm.
Was that Snake Eyes?
No, I don't have anything to my
Oh.
influence.
Okay. All right. So yeah. What? Well, you still go over there and try to help. So what do you do?
I think that my intention is to go over there and like you see Lorelai put her elbow onto Janus's shoulders and she just says, yeah, this here widow just very good with the weird artifacts and shit. I don't really get it, but lots of old shit. We got it.
And then she burps in their face.
Yes, you say all this to this guy, and this dude looks very mistrusting between the lot of you. Seems very obviously like everything sort of happened very suddenly for reasons he doesn't understand. And is looking at you and sort of clutching his chest where he's put it, and he says, "All right, I've totally lost where this man's accent was going. Hey, what? How about you guys buy me, you gonna pay for it? I was going Southern, then I got into English. Well, it happens.
Just smash them together and hope for the
Just
best.
do everything at once.
Yep.
I think originally you were doing a Boston Joey Wheeler thing.
It happens. He says, "All right, you're gonna buy it from me. Are you offering money?"
And I think Janus looks over at Lorelai because they are not quite used to not having money and have no idea how much money they have.
Well, Masha doesn't know how much money they have either.
We will say for the because we never really talked about money in Monster of the Week as well, and I think this sort of runs on the same sort of ideas. Unless you're doing like big trades, then you have to worry about like bargaining and shit.
Do we feel like this is a big trade?
It could be.
Okay.
You don't know what all this guy would want. So if things go poorly, it might turn into a sort of bargaining role. Which is, but you guys can keep talking to him. Assume that you have like a decent amount of money saved up, right? Like you always have enough money for like lodging and food and fuel, for your ship. I'm not gonna make you guys like, we're not gonna go that hard into anything.
Well, Saul thinks we should bet the ship. So
yeah, on this. Yeah, okay, good idea.
So right now, I'm just gonna say that Rusty's like just sitting over there drinking his beer, watching you guys, one boot up on a table, just like lean back in his chair, doing absolutely nothing to help as you all make fools of yourself. But if you mention his ship, he's gonna be there in a second.
Meanwhile, Coda is a corpse sitting next to Rusty.
Yeah, that's Rusty's watching over Coda's corpse essentially.
Coda,
Sick.
did you roll plus assessment for me?
I have not
Or
yet.
assessment plus interface?
Here, let me do that right
Go
now.
ahead and do that.
Oh my god.
So
What did Saul say?
Saul said, "A cowboy obsessed with his mode of transport. My weakness." Um,
Cool.
Yes, and for background, for anybody who is watching this who has not watched our Monster of the Week game, Saul played a cowboy who was obsessed with his train, and it was like a very central theme to the entire
yeah, it's kind of important.
thing.
How
Kind
you
of
guys got around?
It was our home, got blown up. Sorry, spoilers.
Dang it. Anyway, so I rolled a 5 and a 3, which is an 8 plus my 2 interface, which is a 10.
Okay. So, you very quickly understand. This is an incomplete set of coordinates.
Ooh.
Functionally,
Ooh.
this
I
is
love map and ancient artifacts.
you could probably estimate like a fifth of what you would need to make a warp jump somewhere very specific.
Just because I don't know what that means.
Warp jumping is like it's light speed, right? It's like
Okay,
how you
cool,
get
cool.
places quickly. You guys probably warp jumped to get here.
So you're saying I could not guess where this is.
There's not
like
there's not enough data yet to ascertain
Okay.
where specifically it would lead to.
Okay, but I have a general idea. I'm just missing like the X like the X Y of everything.
Because traveling in space, right, is very fucking complicated, especially when you're literally folding the fabric of reality, like warp jumping. Because a planet you're on is spinning and revolving around a star that is also affected by the greater gravitational forces of the cluster it's in, which is affected by the arm of the galaxy it's in, which is affected by the galaxy at large. So there's a lot of shit you have to deal with and a lot of math that goes into calculating a warp jump.
Okay.
Um,
So am I able to like with my robot brain, am I able to like just take like screenshot, I'm out.
you are barred from performing that operation
Oh, okay. So I am not allowed. Okay, cool.
inside of this data space.
Okay. So I'm not allowed to. I see this and I'm like, okay, I know what this is. I cannot remember it.
What an existence.
That's a fair point.
Cool.
Yeah, because your brain works super differently, doesn't it?
I'm told no, but because like I'm a program. You could just say like there's like a firewall or whatever. That's
it's
like
it's more or
if you
less
leave
that.
once you leave this necklace, we have like a filter.
The data
that cuts
contained
out all
within
that.
stays there.
Okay.
You are allowed to take out the fact that you know what it is,
Okay.
and like the knowledge of what it is, but not the data itself.
Cool. So I think Coda leaves the necklace, because he is determined he cannot take the information here, and so Rusty, you see, Coda like sort of. Hello. Hi.
Welcome back.
Sorry, I was inside a necklace.
Yeah, that's what kind of what we figured since it started glowing and everybody started freaking out about it and you weren't responding about it.
I determined that the object in hand had a interesting signal that I had not experienced before. So I went to investigate and I found some interesting pieces of code that I think leads to some kind of. I think the code was supposed to be coordinates of some kind, but I was not able to obtain or maintain said information.
Huh. So you think it's that necklace got something like a hyperspace jump or X marks the spot pirate map?
I believe it was coordinates, so kind of both. Either way, I was not able. I'm not. The coding inside of whatever that object is did not allow me to save any of the information I observed. So unless we want to explore or research where this code leads, we would have to take the necklace for ourselves.
Speaking of, the rest of you are talking to Tecum, who is standing there in front of you all. I says, "So are you offering to buy it off me?"
What cost were you hoping to let us procure it for? What do you request, I suppose?
He rubs his chin. He sort of, has his hand on his on the medallion through his shirt. Tell you what. You buy my drinks for the rest of the night, well as 1,000 on top of that, 1,000 credits on top of that, and listen to a story. And then we're good.
Eric, is
Yeah.
1,000 a lot of credits?
1,000 is, you guys got paid 2,500 for this job for transporting that laser drill. So, yeah, that's a decent amount of money.
Okay.
And Janus is going to look at Lorelei and say, "Well, we do work for, we do attend a sort of a schooling institution. They would be willing to pay for it, and I could transfer you their information, and they'd be able to transfer it to you."
Oh, yeah? What institution is that, huh? What
The
great school do you hail from?
university, just a couple planets over. It's a local school.
Uh-huh.
Phoenix University.
Yeah.
Phoenix University. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you attended online. It's fine.
It's an
Yeah.
online. It's an
Yeah.
online.
And in game terms, what Janus is trying to do is use scapegoat. When you would suffer social, legal, or financial consequences, name someone and roll expertise. So Janus is trying to basically be like, "Oh, my school will buy this."
Your school that, to
That I
clarify between you and I, does not exist.
Right, because they are also using false identity. You maintain a number of fake identities that have neutral standing with all factions.
Great.
As long as a chosen identity holds, you do not incur debt or favor.
Okay. So yeah, I guess roll, what is it? You roll expertise.
Yes.
Scapegoat, go ahead and roll, go ahead and roll plus expertise.
That's an 11. So, on a 10 plus, they suffer instead. They
All
don't
right.
know it was me. They
All
just
right.
know that they're going to get charged 1,000 credits plus whatever this guy's drinks cost.
Okay, well, but again, right, like, this dude, like, he can, I guess, send a space email to this school, and they're just gonna be like, "I don't know what the fuck you're talking about," and then just deny it, right? Because they didn't get a funny medallion. So it's yeah, he's like, he stares at you, fucking into your soul for a moment. All right. But a drink and a story.
That can be arranged. Though I do have to work on my thesis. So only one story.
Very
I'll
well.
get you a drink.
Drinks for the rest of the night.
We gotta start with one, mate.
Well,
Take your
sure.
poison.
I just. All right. Yeah. Get it. Devo knows
What do you
I like.
want?
Devo knows. Just tell him getting it from me. Devo knows what I like.
All right.
All right. Then he takes some medallion out of his pocket and he looks at it and he sighs. And he hands it to you. Yeah.
Janus pockets it.
Yep. You take it. It's cold to the touch. On a thin leather cord. There's like an oil stain on part of the leather. You stick it in your pocket. He sits back down. The other miners have, some of them, like, I think like 2 of them left just after all of that. And the other two sat back down and continued like drinking and just having their night. Lorelai, you go and get his drink in return, and he sits down and gestures for the two of you to sit with him at this table.
Well, now hold on. As that happens, I think I'm gonna say, "Oi, Rusty, Coda, come here."
Yes.
Rusty says nothing.
We are.
Rusty,
Rusty, I'm
I'll
sorry,
pick you
but
up and
Lorelai is trying to speak to you right now.
Yes, Coda,
Don't-
I realize.
don't make me pick you up and carry you over. See, I knew it would happen at some point. Nope. Fuck, I lost it. Laura, I'll get it back in a second.
Rusty, have your legs malfunctioned? Do you require me to carry you?
No, I don't. All right. See, now I'm going Australia. Look at that.
It's hard,
switched.
man.
We've switched.
This is just an
Crikey.
awful soup of accents. Is
Crikey.
this stream?
That would be a good
Just-
subtext for
Just
our
wait
our
until
show.
later. Yeah. Just wait until later. You all know why.
Oh, babe.
Oh yeah,
Put
dude.
the shrimp on the barbie.
You'll find
Right.
out, Masha.
What do we
don't-
know? What do we
Right.
know?
What do
Well.
we know?
Just think about accents.
Okay.
Rusty's gonna sigh and then move over, and so
Just wouldn't want you to miss this tale this old man's gonna tell us in exchange for an item.
is this
You
a good
wanted to
point
give us-
to bring up one of Rusty's skills?
What would that be?
Fame.
Unless you want me- Oh, okay. Fame. All right.
I'm not using it actively right now, but
Mhm.
decide what you are famous or infamous for. Factions, groups, and people of importance always know who you are when you meet them. Allies may use your plus influence if they speak in your name, but you'll suffer for any faux pas. So that's also for the rest of the group as well in the
Alright.
future. If
Amazing.
you, my influence is +2.
Hell
So,
yeah.
For those of you who don't have plus influence, if you say that you're by the great Rusty Daniels, then or Rusty Davis, then see, I told you I was gonna do that. The great Rusty Davis, then you can actually roll +2, and then I take all punishment for your terrible rolls, Masha. All right, but I just say that to say that they may recognize.
Okay.
Rusty
Well,
Shoes.
that is specifically like always. What was it? Important people and factions.
Yeah, it was
This man is none of those three.
okay. See, I didn't
Or
know,
those two.
but yeah, it says factions, groups, and people of importance
Okay.
always know who you are when you meet them.
Okay. Tecum is, full disclosure, just some miner.
Okay.
He is an old man who works in the mines here on Fortuna.
Yeah. I figured that since this is our first session, that is just something to inform you of.
That's
in that-
no, yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah. That way, in the because I don't know who's important.
Right.
Because
I
I mean,
know.
we
Yeah,
we
I
have we have some people hiding their identity with us that would know who he is because of that. So who knows?
Who could that be? So you guys make your way over to your compatriots at this table with this old man.
Patty,
Yes.
heard there was some storytelling going on.
Yeah, that was part of the deal.
You can't help but notice your accent changed depending on who you're talking to.
They call me a bit of a chameleon. I sort of mirror people. They say, Tecum, why are you like this? And I don't know.
You have a voice modulation module inside installed into your system.
Can't say I got one of those last time I checked.
I could check if you wanted.
Let's not.
Not for that, but I got like an issue with my back. Can you do that?
A good maybe. I am programmed for very simple medical assistance if you require.
All right. Maybe. Hey, you and I'll talk after all this. All right.
Okay.
Please.
All right.
My name is Coda.
Coda, pleasure. My name's Tecum. Folks around here call me Old Tecum.
Nice to meet you.
I
Tecum
fancy
old
myself a
Tecum.
bit of storyteller. So anyway, y'all know the story Mercurial Mendax? Mendax the Liar?
Did you name this man old Tex?
That's what I was-
Tex,
Oh.
old
No.
Tecum?
Do
No.
do I
No, that was not the intention.
Hey Eric.
In much.
Eric.
Gotta hit him with a cease and desist.
do I know this story?
Uh,
Is it in my data banks?
Yeah, can you repeat that? The story of who?
story of Mercurial Mendax, or Mendax the Liar, is what he calls him. Mendax is spelled Mendax.
Nice. I'm always happy when I spell character names correctly on the first attempt.
And you can check any of the spellings with me afterwards if you want to. But any of you can roll plus expertise, probably is general like knowledge stuff. If you want. It's not like super. It's not
wanna.
uncommon really to any capacity.
I got
But-
an 8.
I
Yeah.
got a 9. No, I
Alright.
got an 8. Psych.
I got a 5.
All right. Rusty, I think you probably just know this because I feel like it fits decently. I think out of everyone, I think it fits decently within the backstory of your character. Mendax is a bit of a folk hero. The two of you, Coda and Lorelai, do know this. I will say, Janus, you probably don't recognize it. Not your
I just start
background.
reading
This
the
is not a
Wikipedia
story that would be
article.
told in places that you grew up.
Not my background, not my role.
Not your role. You'd know. So Mendax is a bit of a folk. He's kind of a folk hero, kind of a folk scoundrel, and a little bit of a trickster. There's lots of stories about him.
Good thing we don't know any of those in our party.
Yeah. Lots of stories about him going up against and like basically screwing over authority figures in the Galvan Ascendancy and especially actually the Aeschylean Unity, like before the Aeschylean Unity really even like right before they began their unification war. Their massive conquest to unite the 5 systems they are comprised of. A lot of tales regale him as like being of almost supernatural quality. Yeah.
Can Coda just start reading out loud the Wikipedia article to this guy? Because my head is like, do you like? He's kind of talking to like Siri or Alexa, and he's like, and he's in Coda's mind, he's just asked him a question of who is Mendel, whatever. And
Mendax.
Coda,
Yeah.
and Coda's like, oh, okay. Blah 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 blah.
Right,
Trickster,
right.
blah blah blah.
You just start talking. He's like, no. Hang on. I'm telling the story here.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Apologies.
It's all right.
I do not get sarcasm.
It's more rhetorical than
It
sarcasm.
wasn't really sarcastic. And all right, whatever.
I'll think about this.
Hey, no judgment. Not all you metal folk got.
Should there be judgment in this situation?
A
Would you
wherewithal.
like me to judge you?
No. I mean, not anymore than
5.
you probably already have. What? All right.
5.
Oh, is that what you're rating me? Out of what? Out of 5, right?
You have to. You have to pay for the answer.
All right. Okay.
Subscription.
All right. Anyway, so Mendax, and he mentions Mendax and like the 2 other miners who stayed just fucking groan. He says, Mendax, way back when, dealing with the Aeschylean Unity, did you know? Now, not a lot of people know this. He is actually, or was actually, I suppose, the cousin of Donatella Aeschylus, who, common figure, is the founder of the Aeschylean Unity. She's the one who started the war. And one of the dudes at the table is like, last time you said he was her nephew. And he says, shut up. You be quiet. He says, now, little known fact. People say the reason the Aeschylean Unity was so quick to unite all those damn systems, and they were so profoundly brutal, was because they have something that no one else does. You know what that is? He waits for you all just to be silent. A spacium. And the two other guys, one of the dudes just fucking puts his head in his hand, and the other guy just takes a drink of his beer, and he's like, Techum, spacium's not real. For like the 30th time, it's not fucking real. You can't mine it. It's not real. He says, I'm telling you, it's fucking real. And the Aeschylean Unity's got it, and Mendax had it as well. I'm going to tell you how. And he looks to the two of you again. Spacium is a fake ass metal. It is like unobtainium in like most movies, right? It's like it can do anything. It's an infinite energy source. It's like perfectly malleable. It's whatever you need it to be. He says the Aeschylean Unity had spacium. Now you see Mendax, before he was doing all those Darren do's and stealing people, screwing people over, screwing over the Unity. He was part of their family, and he stole their secrets, and he sold them out basically. Said, well, it's not fair. All these folks got nothing to fucking do, and you're trying to take them all over. So I'm going to take some of your technology, some of our technology, and I'm going to go distribute it to the masses. And so he takes one weapon, a spacium ray. And then one of the miners stops him and says, last time you said it was a sword. And he says, yeah, and in some stories it's got a fucking bayonet, all right? It's a ray. A gun made of spacium, limitless energy. Said he takes it, steals it away in the middle of the night, or whatever. And his aunt, or his cousin, now I'm forgetting, shit, catches wind of it. And basically, it says, okay, well, if you're going to fuck us over, I'm going to, we're not going to stand for that. I'm going to kill y'all. So she rallies the fleet behind her, sends out basically a party to go deal with her cousin, nephew, I don't remember. So Mendax is out in his flyer. He's about to make the warp jump to wherever the hell he's going, and he's set upon on all sides by these people. And it's the damnedest thing, because Mendax looks down at his spacium ray he's got and realizes that he's about to get fucking roasted to bits. And he didn't get hit once. Because Mendax, they say, and part of the reason he's lived on in infamy is no one can fucking shoot him in space. Don't know why. I got a theory, personally, on how he lived so damn long. And the two miners just fucking groan again. He says, they're not real. They're not real, Techum. Like, you can't... They're just, like, they're an old pilot's tale. It's not thing. He says, now, listen, he turns to the two guys. I worked on a caravan for fucking 30 years, all right? I've seen this shit with my own two eyes. You can't tell me no different. Y'all know what fucking, y'all know the row? The row? The row, he explains, they're folk like you and me, but they're not like you and me. They live out there in space. They live out there in the hearts of stars and in black holes. And some folks say they're the reason, your warp jumps don't go the places they need to go, and they're the reason your engine falls apart in the middle of a battle. Another reason your guns don't fire out there in space. And for whatever reason, they help Mendax. Don't know why. They seem to like him. So he got out. I'm not sure why. But it's a working theory. Mendax gets out. He takes that tech everywhere. And he says, hey, I got this thing I want to give you. He goes to planet. And no one's buying it, because how the hell do you escape the new growing Aescalon Empire? No one fucking believes him. Much less even who he is. Until he gets to... Oh, damn, what was the name of the planet? I don't fucking... what was the name? I don't remember. It's not... The point is, he gets to this one planet, and it's like a kingdom or some shit, like a barony, I think. And he says, all right, look, I got this technology. I can help you resist the Aescalon Unity. No one else is listening to me. And they say, all right, we'll listen to you. And he basically shares with them what he knows. And those people he shared them with. And he's telling this story, and suddenly all of you feel the ground shake. Just a light tremor at first.
Maybe it's the spacium. I'm being sassy. I think that is ridiculous.
I think
And
you've got
it's-
the right level there.
Thank you. I'm going to fine-tune it.
It's still for a moment. And Devo is like, you'll feel that. And the ground shakes again. And harder. Feels like an earthquake, practically.
Is this normal? Should we be panicking? Should we be panicking?
Yeah. No, you're all right. You're all right. It doesn't look.
Is it still shaking while we're talking?
No, it
Okay.
stills again.
Okay, I was
But for about like a minute there, it's a little weird. Devo like holds the glasses down and stuff. Make sure bottles don't fall off counters. And he says, Tecum says, all right, well, you know what? Y'all listen to enough of this story. I'm sorry. I got the money, and well, I'll get the money, and you guys, I'm just gonna drink away the rest of the night. All right, y'all have a good one, okay?
Thank you, Tecum, old man Tecum.
Yeah, you're welcome. Strange purple fella.
My name is Coda. I said that to you.
Right, Coda. Okay, yeah, y'all have a good one. All right. I gotta work in the morning anyway. And he burns off to do whatever he's
That was
doing.
a
Chew
very
out of my
sad
nose.
man.
Well, then he's off. So what was that shaking all about anyway?
I believe it was tremors in the earth. Not earth, but,
I mean, it's a planet composed of Earth.
yes.
Yeah,
Tremors
Earth
in
isn't
the
great.
crust of the planet.
I mean, it's a mining planet, right?
Could be a
No.
mine shaft collapsing.
In my understanding, when you've got shaking in a mining planet, it's not a good sign.
Well, it's also just something that happens.
Devo speaks up. He says, "Yeah, they happen. They're pretty rare, honestly, but they happen every once in a while.
Hmm.
Hopefully, everyone's down in the mines, all right. I don't know.
Are there people working this late?
Not usually, but you never know.
I don't know if that follows universal union laws.
Yeah, they're kind of, you never know what you're gonna get out in the frontier. Yeah. So y'all are welcome to do if there's anything else you want to do or conversations to have, or the rest of the night. Otherwise,
We got the necklace, right?
you do. Janus has the necklace now.
Or I think Coda is like, I was inside the necklace that we have obtained. It is filled with broken up pieces of code that lead to a destination that I am not certain of. It is incomplete. I don't know whether or not, since we overheard that Tecum, Old Man Tecum, obtained this piece of uh, technology from inside the mine shaft. Maybe the rest of the code is somewhere located in the same vein that he found it in. That, or I can run some procedural guesses of where the numbers inside that code, but it could take me upwards of 5,632 decades to find the right one.
I mean, I think it's worth just doing a little bit of research into it before we go underground. I don't particularly like it down there. It's dark.
And I think Janus looks at the rest of the group and says, well, I am a university student studying artifacts, and kind of gives this big goofy wink.
That is incorrect. That is not true.
I have said I am. I am. I
Oh, you are
attend.
being deceitful.
No, I'm not.
You look over. Tecum is like 2 drinks in already. All of this is being charged to your tab.
Janice, I don't believe that it is very customary to be so deceitful towards strangers you have not met and have done you no harm.
Coda, I think we shall have a discussion about this later, because quite much of my life right now is being deceitful to strangers I have not yet met. And then they kind of look around them and just like put their head in their hands, like, oh, oops, wasn't supposed to say that.
Said the quiet part out loud.
Yep.
Whoops.
Interesting. I will think about this, but first calculations come out to just this feels morally wrong, as you organics would say.
Coda, you don't have a code of morals. I don't know why you're trying to teach me
I do
morality.
actually. It's morals.exe in my files.
You have to run it
Ha-
though.
Would you
Coda,
like me to run morals.exe?
please uninstall morals.exe.
Let's not do that.
Is
Hang on.
that I need administrator access to do that. If you would like me to, I can spend the night doing that.
Now I am
Coda,
not.
I think it's alright.
Yeah.
Okay, I will. That is always an option. If you think it necessary or beneficial to my development. Would you like me to read the list of morals I have?
Yes.
Rule number 1, I cannot actively harm or end the life of a living person or being that is not serving as any harm to another. Basically, I cannot end the life of someone who is not actively doing something that is endangering the life of another. Cannot steal. I do not. I can lie, but only if I find it beneficial to the situation I am in hopes to gain some sort of information or help those in need. Uh,
How do you feel about your neighbor's wife?
Preferably treat them with respect. Don't be.
Don't covet
um,
them. Is that the?
yeah, uh, that kind of the subject you are talking about would require an extra extension upgrade model that was not purchased for me. Uh, those are not available right now. I can process a pre-order if you would like, but that seems highly inappropriate being
I-
crewmates.
You're alright. Don't. It's fine.
I can also, another rule is I cannot actively create other life. I'm not allowed to create another AI or robot.
Now, hang on. I have a question about your first one, real quick.
Yes.
If somebody attacks me and I attack them back, will you kill me?
Only if I feel, well, in that situation, they have engaged you in combat, therefore, I will save you if I feel as though your life is threatened. If you have it under control, I have to then run a series of algorithms to determine whether or not you are doing this excessively and do not need to kill him. Then I will engage and try to stop it. Preferably, the last resort is I kill someone, but I preferably will do everything in my power to avoid that.
Right.
I'm telling
Yeah, me
you
too.
all.
Totally.
I think morals.exe is holding him back. I think we should uninstall it.
And I feel like I have read and told enough stories myself to know that that is exactly how you get an army of evil robots trying to take over the entire galaxy. So I'd rather not us be the catalyst of that.
Look,
We'd make
you
our
have
mark on the
me.
universe.
You have me in the party. I don't have any. I don't have any qualms about murdering.
Oh Lord.
Oh,
Lord.
I can't believe that she's just gonna hide in the potty whenever it's
In the
whenever-
party. I'm gonna
Yeah.
hide in the party. In the party.
Coda is just sort
Um.
of like narrowed eyes at Lorelai because he still acknowledges her as the most dangerous person in this room.
You can keep looking at me like that, Coda, but it's not gonna change anything. If you knew how many folks I've already killed, then
Should I
maybe I
report?
shouldn't tell you unless we get that. Just don't worry about it. I don't think that you're gonna be doing too many killing blows. I think it'll all be me.
Coda turns to Janice and is like, "Should I report this to the authorities?"
do, do not report this to the authorities. We're not contacting the authorities right now, remember, Coda.
Okay.
Thank you.
I will save their number in my contacts, just in case.
Please uninstall snitch.exe. Hey,
Would you like me to get any other drink for you all?
I'm gonna go get us a room, I think.
I do not sleep.
Yeah, I know. But you'll still need somewhere to plug in.
Yeah,
Do I
so
have
you
an
can
outlet?
go to Devo and you guys, you tell him about, like, oh yeah, like Abner said he could hook us up with some rooms. He's like, okay,
Mhm.
cool. Yeah, he gives you guys the key to, I guess, yeah, like 2 rooms. Basically, to split between the 4 of you. Each room has 2 beds in it, for what it's worth. Yeah.
So no cuddling, y'all.
I mean, you
Alright.
can if you want to.
I
I was
wanna
just assuming
cuddle. Come
You have to
on.
install.
initiating cuddle protocol.
If Coda gets his own bed, he just steps up onto it and is standing straight like on the bed. And it's just and he goes initiating sleep program.
Incredible.
Wow, these are some Z's.
I refuse to sleep with the robot.
Okay.
Uh,
Then how are you guys divvying up rooms?
I think Janus and I are gonna share a room because
Okay.
neither of us want to hang out with the robot.
That means Rusty,
What?
you're stuck with the robot.
Hey, Coda. Run one of your sleep aids with
Deactivate the sleep program. Sorry, what?
Do me a favor and change your sleep program so that it runs nice soothing ocean sounds for me.
Okay. Activating ocean ambiance.
Yeah, that's better.
Coda just like opens his mouth and the sound of the ocean just issues forth from it.
Fun fact
Anyway.
for I'm sorry, it's fine. For our D&D game, Trevor likes to play this ambient noise that's just the sound of seagulls and like dogs barking quietly. 'Cause
There
I'll
those
find
dogs
it
go
out.
again.
Guys, it's very good.
Very good. All I should say like the rooms here are of decent make. Decent quality beds and what you'd find in a standard sort of hotel. Um, yeah. Without unless anyone has anything else to say, the rest of the night passes.
I have a question.
Hmm.
While our characters take a break, can we take a break?
I am soon. I have a little
Oh,
moment to
oh,
leave us off.
okay. If you already have a plan, that's fine.
Yes, and it is soon. I promise.
Please let it be soon.
It will be. So you guys go. You sleep the night away. Unless anyone else has anything they want to do. Who is the first to wake up? I mean, I suppose Coda is kind of like
Yeah,
always
Coda
awake.
never went to sleep.
Right. In that case, but you do. I imagine you just stay in the room.
Yeah, I'm standing on top of the bed making ocean noises.
Right. You are okay.
Like just T-posing on top of the bed next to Rusty.
I suppose regardless of that, it is not super important who is awake first. You all sort of make your way downstairs as the morning progresses, and you notice there are some people here in the Shiny Miner for the morning. Some people are grabbing breakfast. A couple of miners are. Some other folks. There is a small group. One of you notices. It can be whoever I suppose descends the stairs first. Of folk in a deep red military fatigues. Probably 5 or 6 people. We'll say 5. They are armed, notably. And upon, as you sort of make your way towards the bar to get breakfast, you catch that they are wearing badges of the Aeschylan Unity. These are Aeschylan soldiers, for whatever reason, have found their way to this planet. And they all seem rather grim. They are eating. They don't seem like they're having a phenomenal time. Yeah.
Shoot.
You guys make your way to the bar, order breakfast, find a place to seat, and sit down. Begin eating.
Janus has definitely sat down in a way that they can see these military personnel without like really revealing themselves to these people. I think they're kind of like half turned towards them.
Okay. As you guys dig into breakfast, however wary of these folks you are, you feel another tremor in the ground. Your plate begins to rattle against the table. And this one is not the sort of, only lasting a minute, rather gentle as far as earthquakes go. This begins and picks up and gets more intense. And you hear people yelling in the streets.
Well, that's not good.
As people around the bar begin to stand and head outside.
Yeah, Rusty will follow. House empty.
You step outside. Does anyone else? Do the rest of you accompany? Okay.
Yeah, I think Coda follows.
A lot of you accompany outside, and you hear a lot of people like screaming and yelling. There are windows breaking. There are buildings are built relatively sturdy here, so there's not a lot of damage in that regard. But you feel the ground shaking beneath your feet, and it's almost difficult to stand as you realize everyone's attention is pulled in one direction, down the street, and towards the mountain that this city is set against. And as you turn and look, you see rising from the earth a large spire, functionally, erupting from the ground. You see buildings moving and being pushed over in the distance as this construct erupts from the earth. And that is where we are going to take our break. So we will be back in 15 minutes.
Yep, sounds good.
Sounds good.
Collect your snacks.
Collect your snacks and be back
Collect
here.
your snacks.
All right. I guess with that, we will see y'all soon. Are we?
Hello.
Are we
I assume
live?
we are live.
Back online.
We're back. Oh, we're online. Oh no.
Oh
Uh-oh.
my god, T-Pain, I've missed you.
LeBron James. Why did I say LeBron James? Uh-oh. Hello, it is me, Emma
So,
Watson from Beauty and the Beast live action. Hello.
oh boy. Hi everyone. When we last left you all,
Snack break first.
snack break
check,
first.
snack
We
check.
already
check.
took a yeah.
Right,
Snack
snack check. I am not having a snack. I'm having dinner.
What's for
Um,
dinner?
Yeah.
It was very
Dinner
blurry.
is my folks made asparagus and salmon. So
Fun.
I'm having that.
Fancy. Just have the LeBron James air auto tune in my head now. Just Chris saying LeBron James. I am having Muddy Buddies pretzel bites. They're
Good
very
shit.
good.
Good
Um,
shit.
And I'm also having a hot chocolate
Fuck. Sounds
because
really
it's
good.
been a long time since I've made myself a hot chocolate and I'm paying dearly for it. It is like 80 degrees here.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
In true cowboy fashion, I'm having beef jerky. This is a local type of beef jerky called Mingwa, and it's the best beef jerky I've ever had. So
mm.
I do not have a snack.
Oh,
I'm snackless.
snackless.
It's because Coda doesn't eat. You're
Yes.
hanging out with solidarity.
I'm such a good method actor. I've actively chosen to not eat food or sleep.
For the duration of this campaign.
For the rest of this summer programming, I will no longer sleep or eat. I'll see how far I can.
Oh, so that's why you keep staring creepily at everybody.
Yes, I'm scanning you.
He wants to eat them.
Oh,
He's just that hungry. Anyway,
I had
with
chocolate chip cookies, but they were really crunchy, so I finished them before, and now I just have leftover milk.
very good.
Nice.
Okay. Is that everyone's snack? Not-
any snacks in our audience? Any snacks
Yeah.
to share?
Any snacks to share?
I hate the delay on Twitch. We can just keep going.
I'm waiting. Microwave
Cyber
popcorn.
Goji? Okay.
Jalapeno kettle chips.
Straight up
chip.
chocolate bar.
Chocolate bar.
That's the way to live, Otto. That's the way to live.
Hell yeah. Okay. Are we good? Are we going? Are we all square? Okay. When we last left you all, you were standing in the middle of the street, the ground shaking beneath you, as a massive spire, basically, this building erupted from the earth, toppling over constructs and other pieces of infrastructure here in Prospelis, on Fortuna at large. This massive spire appears entirely metalline in make, made of actually a very similar metal to, you realize, the medallion you're holding
Oh,
onto. There are people screaming. There are people running. There are people running to and from this bizarre event that has just... the events of everyone here just randomly happened.
question.
Yes.
I know that we talked about it in character creation at some point, but could you potentially explain data points and how they work?
Data points, in my mind, at the very least, I will do a nice little Control F here on the PDF of Uncharted Worlds just to clarify with myself. But let's see. Data points are small bits of critically useful bits of information about a particular subject, which can be leveraged to tip the scales during a tense moment. Each data point concerning a specific topic or subject each data point concerns a specific topic or subject and can be spent to grant a +1 to any roll that directly involves or leverages the information in that data point. Only one data point can be spent per roll, no matter how many would apply. And there's no limit to how many you can have.
Okay. I would like to, if this pleases the court / makes sense in the whatever's happening here, potentially use one of my skills.
Okay.
I have one called Reconnaissance, and it's when you make an assessment of any aspect of a wilderness. Bear with me.
Yeah.
Animals, plants, weather, terrain, hazards, etc. You gain whatever on certain rolls. And so I feel like Lorelei would potentially be looking upon this big metal spire, which is now a feature of our environment, and
Right.
going, "Wah! What the fuck?" So, does this please the court?
So wait, what are you trying to like ascertain here?
Let me see what the thing is with like assessment. But I think it's just like gathering information about it.
Right. But like what in particular are you trying to gather here?
What is it?
Okay.
What is it doing? What can hurt it?
Yeah.
No, those are Monster of the Week questions. I think that Lorelei is just trying to determine like what it is, what it's doing, where it came from. Just trying to determine also how it is affecting what's happening around here. Like obviously it's very visual and it's like pushing already existing buildings out of the way and like coming out of a mountain, but just trying to garner like what the best way to avoid perhaps some of this danger would be.
Or I guess in that case the
I have to
skill
roll
grid.
for it though. But
Right,
yeah.
right. So you'd roll, I suppose, assessment plus expertise,
Sure.
unless this skill tells you otherwise.
It doesn't specify, it's just an
Okay.
assessment. Expertise works. Come on, baby. No more dice curse, please. That one on the floor.
All right.
Should I use the floor roll or should I re-roll it?
Reroll it.
Always reroll if they go on the floor. That doesn't count.
Alright. Cool. That is a 7 plus my assessment is... My expertise is a 1 for a total of 8. So on a 7 to 9, I gain 1 data point about that subject.
Okay. So on assessment, yeah, the GM will reveal interesting, potentially useful information about the subject, or they might ask you to do so. I won't ask you. That's an interesting thing about Uncharted Worlds is there's a lot of moments in the text where it says you can just fucking put your players on the spot and be like, you tell me what's in the crate you just opened or whatever. This is not one of those situations.
That's fine.
Yeah. So assessment on this spire that is erupting from the earth. Probably the safest way to deal with it is to run the fuck away from it. Truthfully. That is the
Alright.
easiest way to deal with most dangerous things. Yeah. About it, otherwise, I mean, it is like made of a similar metal to that medallion you found, and you did overhear those miners say that that got found in the mines underground. That's yeah.
Okay. I think we should get the fuck out of here. Don't really feel like dealing with that right now. We can always come back. I know that it's the same. I know that it's the same metal as the other thing that we found. Why is this happening to me? I know that it's the same metal of that, or similar metal to that medallion from before, but I feel like maybe our spaceship is the safest place to be. Bye. We're workshopping it, y'all. It's been a long day.
I appreciate it. Can I Do I recognize what metal this is?
I
I
think,
guess.
yeah. I think with this, yeah, I think we're all kind of aware rather suddenly that these two events may be related.
Yeah, 'cause,
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to use my deduction skill to
Mhm.
ask what caused this situation. Um,
Do you need to roll anything for that?
no, it's just I ask you this question and you must answer honestly.
Oh.
He can only do it once per like event, right? Like when
Yeah,
something new happens, essentially.
when I first witness a situation, I may
Okay.
ask the following questions. The GM will answer honestly. I guess you could just not and then be like boo-hoo, and I'd cry a little.
I don't like
No.
that. It doesn't sound like
There was a lot of upon entering or accessing this medallion, uh, there was quite a bit of data inside of it, as we described. Um, it appears that accessing it, the act of accessing it, triggered something within it to broadcast to wherever it came from within the planet's surface and activate whatever this is. And as you were realizing this, people are running past you. Those Aeschylean soldiers come out of the bar, and one of them immediately gets on a comm and begins talking to someone on the other end of it. Just very hurriedly saying, "Hey, we've got there is something happening towards the end of town. We're waiting for the orders. We're here at the Shining Miner. We're waiting for the orders."
I think Coda turns to his shipmates and says, "Comrades, I fear as though I have caused this situation. I feel as though I must turn myself in or go towards this obelisk to try to undo damage I have caused."
What? No.
huh?
How did you cause this? Did you make it or something?
I activated the amulet when I entered it.
Damn it. The necklace?
Yes, the amulet sent out a signal that caused a reaction of some sort with this obelisk, requiring it to, for whatever reason, come to the surface, whatever purpose it may serve. It could possibly hold the missing pieces of code that lead to the destination that the amulet is supposedly leading us to.
And what are you expecting to do if you go to it?
I could
Get
try
stepped
to
on is what you could do.
I could try to hack into the obelisk to see if that also contains the code.
Couldn't
That poses some
you?
security issues, but I could deal with that when I get there. I'm simply asking permission to leave. Or unless you think I should turn myself into the authorities, since I am the cause of this the destruction and tremors.
It is
Well,
at this moment, you see, as you guys are talking down the street, headed towards you, with the intention of headed towards this spire, you see a massive silhouette in the crowd. Humanoid shape, goes without saying. Standing about 8.5 feet tall. This fully covered man. He is, to describe him, we'll start at the top and work our way down. Wearing a wide-brimmed hat. Not like leather, like it is a hard, like, surface, like almost like a shield shape. It is black and it is lined with white eye insignias around the edges of it. He is wearing a visor and gas mask. Has this massive sort of scarf on that is also decorated with a similar sort of eye iconography. He is, as he moves, you can hear his footsteps thud to the ground, even with the rumbling of the earth. And you can hear this man he is not an insignificant amount mechanical. And as he gets closer, you can recognize pretty heartily his legs, his arms, probably a large portion of his body. I mean, this could just be a robot, actually, for all you know, but one that you, like, what the fuck is this thing built to do? Over its body, it is wearing, seems to be like a leather, sort of half-part jacket, half-part cloak that seems tailored to be removed easily. It doesn't extend past his forearms, simply because it doesn't
We
extend past
both
his
have the
forearms.
same face.
Yeah.
Say again.
Chris
Both
and I both did like a raised eyebrow, and then caught each other doing it, and it made us laugh.
It's very good.
Made me laugh. I can't speak for him.
Yeah, so the sleeves of this don't extend down past the forearm. Like
We
on
are
his
being
arm.
raided. We're being raided.
Are we being raided?
We're
Oh my
being
goodness.
raided. Hello, democracy.
Hello.
Hello,
Democracy.
democracy.
That's a good name.
Welcome.
That is a
is
good
a good
name.
name.
Hi.
Yeah.
You guys caught me in the middle of a character description or NPC description.
The character do be hot. The NPC do be styling.
He do be completely obscured by a gas mask.
I do love me some mystery man.
That's
It's the
fair.
aesthetic. I
It's
would
the
steal his
aesthetic.
aesthetic.
His aesthetic is pretty fucking dope. And so continuing, yeah, he is has this like long leather sort of cloak jacket on, leather pants. Doesn't seem to be wearing shoes, just because his legs are mechanical. And he sort of thuds down the road. He seems to also, I'll add, have a full rifle attached to his thigh, and some sort of sword slung over his back. And this is like massive. The sword is probably not eight. It's probably like getting on the upper end of 4 feet long. And upon him approaching, you realize it isn't a sword, it is a chainsaw. Basically in the shape of a sword that has a sword grip on his back. He
Dang.
thuds past you and stops in front of the Aeschylean soldiers. And he looks down at them and says, "What?" And they just sort of like look at him. They look up to him and just gesture to the spire. Mars,
Yes.
you recognize this person. It takes you a moment, but you recognize this character from, and it is fucking weird, from a moment in your childhood, actually. You didn't meet this person, per se, but you did for at least an hour inhabit the same room as them. You know their name. Well, I'll give you that. I'll make you roll assessment for the rest. So roll assessment plus, we'll say expertise would make sense.
Okay. Let me get out more dice because I appear to have lost mine already.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
That's
I'm
not
gonna roll two new dice actually.
good.
These
Ooh.
are from, I don't remember, but I'll say at some point. Oh, and they've done me pretty well. That is
Nice.
a 5 plus 3 plus 1, so a 9.
9. So on a 9 for assessment. Interesting, potentially
Ooh,
useful
they're
information about the subject,
pretty.
or they might ask you to do so. So, you know this guy's name. You know because of your background. This person was at one point an important political figure. His name is Baron Bruzark. And
Holy crap! I'm sorry for interrupting. That name is so cool. All right, I'm done.
I'm really
I want
glad.
you to know that Lorelai has a big fat crush on him already, even
I'm
though she
super
doesn't know what
fucking-
his face looks like.
I'm super fucking proud of this name. I just want to say it.
That's so
Uh,
good.
Bruise mark. Fuck.
Arc.
Bruise Arc.
Bruise Arc.
Bruise
Bruzarch.
Ah, I
Arc.
put K.
Oh my god, I didn't know there was a Z. That makes it even cooler.
He's so cool.
Okay,
I'm done. I'm not playing anymore. There's no way I can be as cool as this guy.
that's fair.
Coda's just staring at this thing, and he's like, "Dang, that robot is so cool.
I wish I was that cool.
I was that cool of a robot."
Run admiration.exe.
Baron Bruzarch, so here's sort of what you know about him. His home world was the last one to fall to the Aeschylean Unity. And it fell when he betrayed and murdered his entire family.
Oh my god.
Zoinks!
Okay, less attracted now.
Basically, they wanted his parents and his family wanted their world to stay independent of the Unity, and he says, he saw the writing on the wall and was like, this isn't going to last forever. A lot of people are going to die if you guys keep being so stubborn, and has betrayed and killed them, letting the defenses of his planet down and allowing the Aeschylean Unity to absorb their world into their political mass. Since then has worked as basically their mercenary dog for the last 80 years. This dude, if he is somewhere, it's a fucking deal.
I think that Janus is going to look at the rest of their party and be like, we should retreat respectfully. We're in some deep shit if we continue to stay here, because that guy, and Janus gestures to Baron Bruzarch, is bad news.
So I should turn myself in.
Do not turn yourself in, Coda,
This is
because if you turn yourself in, that's turning me in as well.
If you would like, I won't give you away.
That doesn't help. Do not turn yourself in. We should leave the planet.
I think this is a discussion best held. This is a discussion. I can't fucking do it. What happened to me? This is a discussion best held on our ship. I think that we can go there and maybe talk it out once we're there, out of line of sight of that guy.
I feel as though I must right this wrong.
Do not write this wrong. We have to go. And Janus kind of takes a deep breath. We have to go to the ship so I can explain what is going on, or at least what I perceive is going on. And we won't be able to do that without you, Coda. Well, we will, but it'd be a pain in the ass to get you back.
If you would give me the amulet, I will go take it to the spire.
No.
You hear Bruzarch talking to these soldiers again, and the soldiers said, thank you for getting... I didn't know the Primarch was sending reinforcements so soon. And Bruzarch says, it's irrelevant. Do you know anything about what's happening? And they said, we heard there were some miners talking about finding something underground in the last few days. Bruzarch interrupts him and says, find them and bring them to me. And the soldiers...
Wait. Do I hear this?
Yeah.
They're
talking about the miners specifically.
Okay, but I just to phrase
You do
this in
hear
a way,
this, yeah.
I hear that this military official has asked specifically for the thing that the miners found.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, cool.
not specifically the thing they found. He said, we heard the miners found a ruin or like something underground. Bruzarch said, find the miners, bring them to me.
Okay, cool. Okay,
Yeah.
Interesting. How do I rationalize this?
Up to you.
I'm processing this. Hold on.
What do the rest of you guys do while Coda is processing?
I think that Lorelai would like to just pick up Coda and carry him back to the ship.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Just roll overcome adversity plus physique. Face adversity, not overcome adversity.
Six plus 1 is 7.
7. Any of you are also welcome to help with this action if you so desire. And you can roll help out. Or get involved, rather. Sorry.
Different game, Eric.
I know. I know.
I'll get involved
Okay,
and
get
basically.
involved plus physique.
Oh, I
Okay.
was going to tell Coda to like Coda directly follows my orders. I was going
right.
to tell him to like do not resist this.
Oh,
So I
well,
was.
in that case, you don't have to roll. That's Coda's decision.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think definitely Coda is just like, this is not normal procedure to pick up a unit such as this, but I will accept it if that is what is asked of me as I process how to deal with the situation in front of me, whether or not to turn myself in or go hunt down some miners.
Look, I think I'm gonna stick by my guns here, and I'm just gonna say we can talk it over on the ship, but I don't think here is the place to discuss it.
That sounds like a great plan.
Bruzark enters the Shining Miner.
And we should do so quickly.
So what's the plan? You guys headed back to the ship?
Yeah.
Back to the Rhapsody? Okay. You guys scoot boots back to the Rhapsody.
Scoot, boot, and boogie.
Yep, you do exactly that. All the way back to your fun purple spaceship. You guys, you see a lot of people like talking and people running. A lot of ships are leaving the planet. You do on the way back to your ship see a class 3 Aescalin carrier ship. Not like a long ship. This one's like a ship basically made for troop transport. This is probably the ship that these guys got here on, and quite possibly Bruzark as well.
What the hell is going on?
I feel as though if it is something this serious, we must assist.
You guys get back to the ship, and you are now aboard the Rhapsody. What am I doing?
And Janus is going to tell their compatriots kind of what they know about Bruzark, but kind of leave out significant detail, or not necessarily significant details, but be like, not imply that they know Bruzark, just kind of be like, I have heard of this man creature robot thing. They are the feared warrior, basically mercenary, former political figure, sort of still a political figure, member of the last, planet to join the Aescalin Unity, and also murdered their whole family. I vote we get out of here.
Well,
Well, all right. I have no idea what the hell is going on here.
I would hate to step out of line, but I do feel, if I could make a small suggestion, is I do feel as though if the authorities are involved in this and this is a serious enough deal that would require someone of such high regard to be involved, I feel as though since we, specifically me, having been involved in this situation, I feel like it is our duty to assist in any way we can.
Why? I mean, You didn't activate whatever that thing was.
I did.
No, I mean, you might have.
I went inside the amulet and it sent out a signal.
And old Tecum stole the amulet and could have sent a signal at that time, too. You don't
The,
know. What?
The shaking of the ground stops.
Plausible deniability, Coda. We don't know if you caused anything, so that means we're safe to leave. If you had actively murdered someone or something, I might be a little more lenient. But since, you might not have, let's get the fuck off this planet.
But
How
one
can
of
we
my
help?
inaction leads to a series of events that would cause someone's death.
Plausible deniability, my friend.
What? Okay. Lorelai, what's your thoughts on this?
Got like the spinny.
Yeah.
A little wheel.
I'm
is
trying to
turning.
remember what an Australian accent sounds like. Give me a second.
Are
Look,
not-
I don't think that we need to get involved here. This just keeps happening.
Just think a British
Um,
person who wants to beat you up, and that's
Good day, mate. That's how British people sound.
I mean, like a little bit.
Mhm, mhm.
You call that a knife? This is a knife.
There it is.
Now this is a
Um,
knife. There you go.
This is a knife.
Nice.
I don't have anything. I have a bottle of lotion and a bottle of ginger beer. Neither of those things.
That's
are
not a
enough.
bottle of lotion.
This is a bottle of lotion. Luke, I don't think that we really need to be getting ourselves involved in this. There's incomplete data on the medallion. Perhaps it'll help us with something, but whether we were there to find the medallion or not, it would have been found eventually, but we've got it. We might be able to find something useful, something we can sell, or something that's important, but I say we go. We could always come back. But that big bruiser there, unless I can buy him a drink, I don't think he's too agreeable.
I would say that the only lead we have on what to do with this amulet is connected to that tower.
The amulet. Speaking of, who has it currently?
Janice.
Yeah,
Janice still does. Where are you keeping it?
just like in a, like breast coat pocket. I think
Okay.
they have like a bunch of layers on, and so they've just kind of like tucked it into the closest layer.
You see, just sort of out of your peripheral, a little bit of light peek out of one of your layers. The same green light from the bar.
And I think Janus is just going to casually adjust their clothes and hope no one else saw,
Oh my
Okay.
god.
because they're a little rat bastard.
Yeah.
Right.
Think of that what you will. What are you guys up to?
Coda.
Rusty Davis.
What do you think we could even do?
I think at first I thought maybe obviously whatever information is kept in this amulet is ancient, and such information could be beneficial to my development and further improvements of my program. And I feel as though there could be the opportunity for some kind of monetary benefits to searching out this information and getting what we need. And I feel as though logic dictates that since I'm the one that caused that the action of the amulet activating caused these tremors and therefore caused the obelisk to rise, that the amulet is therefore connected to the obelisk, and the best way to complete the code is to investigate the obelisk. I also feel partially responsible because I do not know I can only calculate what effects my interference with the amulet have caused, not just to the rising of the obelisk, but to the natural environment and stability of the planet's crust.
So just out of character, really quickly, are we really establishing that the only moral compass in our entire party is the robot without human feelings?
You could
Think
uninstall the
so.
morals.
It's up to you.
I mean, y'all, I was gonna make Rusty be the rapscallion scoundrel with his running from things, but
All right.
there's also a plot hook right there,
I know.
growing out
Oh.
of the ground.
All right.
I
Here's the deal. I think Coda's right. I don't understand this tech shit. It's just not my thing. But quick question, Chris. What are Coda's pronouns?
I think, I think as of right now, like obviously, I think there's no. I think they them is fine. I think they don't. There's a lot of logistical stuff to that, but I think generally, yeah, I think it's they them is just easier.
Okay. You know you can pick any pronouns you want, right? Neo
I know,
pronouns
no,
for
but
the win.
I'm
You could
coming
even
in-
choose all of them. Like,
Well,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you could just go by anything.
that's that's kind of where I'm leaning towards, because I think
Okay.
because the mindset I have right now is whoever, like, in the stance of, like, this sounds weird, but in the sense that Coda is there's several Codas around that you purchase, you customize Coda to
Mhm.
like
Yeah,
what
I mean, like,
you want.
Coda is a product.
Mhm.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
no bullshit. Like, you were made by a corporation and sold. So it makes sense that there would be a part of you that, I mean, it's not like a great way to think about it, but
Mhm.
that is the reality of the situation. Like, that aspect of you would probably be more up for determination.
Yeah, anything really.
Okay. I was gonna use he him, but I wasn't sure, so I wanted to
Mhm.
ask first. But now I forgot what my character was gonna say, so that's kind of a problem. I think Coda has a point. There's this big plot hook out there that we can go in and connect with. No, but in all seriousness, I don't know what the fuck that spire's doing. It's coming out of the mountain, but I mean, it's cool as hell, and we don't have a job right now, so fuck it. Go check it out, and I don't know what those Aisklin soldiers are gonna do with those miners. I mean, I don't really give a shit about them, but don't want them to die either.
Anus, you realize that light is flashing at regular intervals. It's not bright per se, but it is like enough for you to catch in your periphery.
And
Where-
I think. Oh, you can go.
No, go ahead.
Oh, and I think Janus is going to take out this amulet and be like, I guess that's fine. This appears to be doing something of value, and we seem to be the most qualified on the planet. I study ancient artifacts, after all, and they wink again. Because of course they don't. But
We're the most qualified.
we've got the missing piece. Oh,
And I think we do it on one condition. We don't tell anybody what we're doing. That was again a little John Lennon in there.
Don't tell anybody what we're doing.
Don't tell anybody what we're doing, Ringo.
Ringo. Paul, we invite ourselves a swimming pool. Anyway.
Oh no, no lads, we
Oh,
accidentally
no.
summoned An obelisk. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, an obelisk.
Oh no.
I'm gonna write a little song about it. Anyway, okay, we
Can we just keep doing this? For
we
the
just
Guys,
rest
we're
of
doing
the
now
awful
time,
changing-
John
please?
Lennon impersonations.
The campaign is no longer sci-fi. We are all playing a different Beatle. We won't tell you which ones we are.
We're playing everyone's John, except everyone's John Lennon.
Oh my god, that's
And
very
you all-
good.
none of you can tell each other which Beatle you are, and you all have to guess who Beatle each other is.
Oh my
We
god.
should just do another improv night, you know, like that
Oh,
dating
God.
game, except instead it's just trying to figure out which Beatle everybody is.
Beetle number 1. How do you feel about walruses?
Beatle number
Arlo.
2. How do yellow submarines make you feel?
Oh my
Beatle
god.
number
you guys-
3. Yeah.
Have you seen the Beat the Beatles headline? Because that's it's just what's in my head right now.
I have not. What is this?
I'll send
Beagle-
it.
Oh God.
Beetle
Anyway.
number 3. When should I wake you up from your nap?
Oh my
man.
god. Wait, now hold on. Now hold on. Now hold on. Is this real?
I don't know.
Okay.
You guys saw my yeah. It was John Lennon did this. You guys got it. I
We
wasn't
did
gonna
it.
spoil it, but I figure cards are on the table. John Lennon did all this. It's all his fault.
We have solved your entire campaign.
We've solved your Uncharted Worlds puzzle.
Yeah.
Guys, we made it 3 hours without devolving into chaos, so I'm really impressed
I'm
with
pretty
us.
proud of us, honestly.
Yeah, we did good. We did good.
But
Okay, so we decided the route.
I suppose so.
I don't know that
you
it's the moral route, but it's the fun route.
Okay.
Janus did pull out this amulet. That is, now you guys see, like it did last night, it is like out of that sort of wave pattern. This greenish light it's sort of like a kind of not turquoise. Teal is the word. It's like kind of green blue. In color. It's just sort of oscillating around it. And once it gets all the way around, it stops for a moment and then continues again.
Now, counter thought. What if the best way to prevent whatever's going on out there is to take that and get it as far away from here as possible?
The chuck it into space method. I'd like it, though it would mean we lose out on a potential profit.
And there's no guarantee that if I were to get to the obelisk that I would be able to, because once I entered the amulet I was not able to take out any information that was already existing inside the amulet, so I think logic says that the tower would be similar if it holds any information.
All right. I can't believe we're doing this. Ugh.
So what do you guys do?
Chuck.
Chuck? Oof.
Chuck.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Not anymore?
Uh-oh.
What am I doing here? An old man appears.
Not enough
Okay.
old men.
That
Not
train
enough old
actually
men
just
is-
took him forward in time.
Guys, I can't believe this. We have not enough old men in this campaign. We're gonna cut to 50 years in the future when we're all old.
I put an old man NPC in, and you guys just left him in that bar.
Yeah, we were
That's fine.
sorry.
He
Tech
he.
Man.
That's not true.
Yeah, we
No,
should have recruited him to the
Can't
party.
believe you didn't
Yeah, we
recruit
should have
this
said,
wily
"Hey,
old
Techman,
man
come join the crew."
who tells shitty
Um,
stories.
Anyway,
Anyway.
what I was saying was Koto was gonna hold out his arm and go, team on 3.
Really?
What I was. Is this not what you do? Is this not what we do? I don't.
We're not exactly minimum wage workers.
I don't think. Do minimum wage workers participate in sport-like team activities?
Yes, usually every morning, and it's incredibly annoying. Yes, Saul gets it. Right. Well, let's do this, I guess.
So again, what is the verdict? Are we staying or are we going?
I think we're
Should we
staying.
stay or should we go?
Okay.
We're staying.
Yes,
Okay.
we're staying. We're going
Copy
to
that.
the
We're
obelisk.
not gonna get DMCA'd for that. It was too bad.
It was too bad. This would never hold up in a court of law.
This was obviously parody.
That's fair, actually. Okay. So you guys are on the ship. You have decided to stay and pursue this obelisk. If you stay there, it could be trouble. Thank you, Barnaby. Yeah, you've decided to stay in Persepolis on Fortuna. You are on your ship. You are on the Rhapsody. The ground has stopped shaking. The amulet is slowly oscillating with light. What do you do?
Shall we make our way to the obelisk?
Well, one of us should probably take this amulet.
I will take
Going
the
slightly
amulet.
British.
That's okay.
British is fine. I will tolerate the British today.
Do not ask me to do this ever again.
What's the Frodo quote? Like, I wish it needn't have happened in my time.
Yeah.
And then Gandalf,
Lamau said
LOL,
Gandalf.
well it
Well,
has.
it did. I
Um,
love that.
well, are we gonna try to go stealthy? What?
No, that was all right.
That was good.
That wasn't
That
bad.
was a lot. It just kind of came out like that. Are we gonna try to go stealthy? Are we gonna take the ship? I mean, I've got a little speed flyer thing, but it can only hold one person if we want to send someone with the amulet, the medallion on its own, but we don't know what the fuck it's gonna do. It's very John Lennon now.
That was, yeah, I felt the Beatle there.
Do
I feel as though I am the only one with the interface to actively connect this if this is a technological problem, which I assume it is. So if you would like, you may send me ahead with the amulet.
I say we go
So-
together right now and make a decision as we make our way through town. Because honestly, going our separate ways from here ain't gonna work very well if we have no idea where everybody goes.
Either way, I think the path shall lead to the obelisk.
You're probably right.
What an ominous phrase.
You know that as soon as Baron von Big Arms gets to Tecum, he's gonna rat us out immediately.
Then we must hurry. Or ask for assistance. I think it is his job to help the people, so I'm sure he would more than be happy to help us out in the procuring of this information.
I don't trust military types.
I don't trust military types or that one in particular.
Yeah, people who murder their own family is kind of
I
kind
really
of
don't
puts them
want
down.
to. Really don't want to influence y'all's decisions on any of these things, but like, come on. Killed his whole family.
Let me
Let's be
But
honest.
he do be hot though.
He did look.
let me calculate
Y'all can make
the
it out
morality.
Counter though, he's kind of a cop, and
A
little
cat
bit.
baby.
yeah, and
Hey,
so
Canada,
yeah.
Hold
Like
on, let
not
me.
like like if he saw someone breaking the law, like he wouldn't like stop them, probably. But like he's not because he's not like a cop literally. But
Well, he's a
kinda
merc,
though.
so
he works for the
he's a
government.
merc who's working for the cops. He sucks.
Yeah.
Cop
Yeah.
adjacent.
He's cop adjacent. I'll give you that. It's not great. He also killed his whole family.
It's
Okay.
a cab. All cop adjacents are bastards.
There you go. Wow.
Wow. Let me. I'm going to process the morality of that situation.
It's gonna take you a while.
Let's just go. How about? And then
Okay.
Rusty's just gonna go.
How do you guys make your way there? I heard a flyer was mentioned. Do you have you have a flyer, right? Or some-
I do. It is. I was really torn between. I can't fucking get there fast enough in my book. There's just not enough time. It is a space flyer, but it is for just a single person. When I was creating my character, I was really torn between doing that and something else entirely, and or like doing like in like a flyer that can carry all of us.
Mhm.
In my head, I was like, canonically, Lorelai would only take herself places. However, in the form of gameplay, it's not very party oriented, so
Right.
I can retcon it that I just have something that could take all of us because I haven't even used the pod racer yet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with whatever. Just tell me what you have there, and that's really all I need to know. You guys stare in your cargo bay. There's this terrible, imperceivable shape of a spaceship just sitting there.
There is. Let me see what
What class is
I
it?
had it. I originally it was a speeder flyer. Space for a pilot and at most one passenger. But if you're okay with it, I will change it to a shuttle.
Okay.
Which can be up to 6 people that can hover and take off vertically.
Okay.
And because it's class 1, I think I will make it agile, so that primarily because it says that it is able to perform stunts, which I just think is funny as hell.
Okay.
Uncle Willie.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. But I feel like we should have a vehicle, something that's not our whole ass spaceship, you know?
It's like functionally a van.
Okay, but I don't want it to be a van because that's super fucking lame.
Not like aesthetically, right? But
We're in a
like
space, man.
it is
No.
basically a flying car that can seat 6 people.
Aesthetically,
Space
it will be a van.
minivan.
Space,
I love
no.
It's a little
Wow.
bit of that.
Masha's playing Space Mom.
this.
No,
Uh-oh.
I don't want to be space
Take your kids
mom.
to soccer practice.
All right, guys, fuck you. Instead of any kind of flyer, I'm getting a gun.
Oh no, Masha's hitting Space Midlife Crisis.
No, oh my god.
Guys. All right.
Space
Um,
midlife crisis.
But
But
okay, hear me out.
Okay.
It can be a space shuttle, but only if it's fucking sick.
Okay.
Okay.
How do you? Can you
it's fine. We'll
describe
paint
it?
a unicorn on it.
Oh my god.
Now hang on. Is there an upgrade that that allows it to be fucking sick?
Yes, there is.
Is there?
Yes, there's a stylish, right?
Is there for
There's no
vehicles?
stylish for the flyer.
Not for flyers.
Damn.
There's luxury,
There is luxury.
which is impressive, high quality, and very comfortable.
I just don't know that Lorelai would canonically have a fucking van. Okay, I just
Well,
feel like it's
then-
not the case.
I mean,
Then
like,
don't
okay,
have a
like,
shuttle. We don't
I
need
said
one.
van because it's funny. It doesn't like you don't
It's
have
not
to think about it
actually
in
a
those
van.
terms.
It's just I'm trying to visualize anything but a van now.
I know. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep things as is for now. I'm sorry.
So it is a
Okay.
one-person flyer.
It is
two-person
well.
tank.
It's a pilot plus one passenger.
Okay, so yeah.
There was also an option for me. I don't know. I'll talk to you about it later. I don't want to like
Alright.
retcon anything while we're like mid game and streaming. But I might try to change a couple of things in my character that I realize are not going to be useful at all.
All right. That's fine.
And then Trevor says space hearse because she be slaying.
That's good. That's really good, actually. I'm not opposed to it.
Actually, you know what? I mean, it's a paddy wagon because she's a manhunter. She, right? Like that's
What the hell is a
like
paddy wagon?
Google it. You'll be like, oh, I know what that is.
All of the paddy wagons are either like humorously old or like vans again.
Well,
Paddy wagon's like kind of like a cop car, right?
yeah,
Like when you
I
like
don't
keep
want to be a
people in?
cop.
it's
Oh
it's
my
it's where they
God.
would lock people. Yes, like
Right.
Yeah,
it's,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
It's like a prisoner kind
Well,
of.
if
prison
movies have taught me anything, it's that paddy wagons don't actually keep anybody contained. So
They always flip over on their sides or all the way over, and then the people get out.
people
of the
get
back.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
I will just leave things as is for now. And
Okay.
if we eventually retcon that there was a shuttle, it's because Rusty just sprinted out the door, and I was like, all right, I guess we're hoofing it and not taking my
It's
space
fine.
first.
Blame Rusty. Good idea.
The bizarre, vaguely spaceship-shaped object in your cargo bay kind of settles into the shape of a flyer, but you guys leave before it like anything happens with it. Yeah, so you guys were on foot, headed through Prospolis, towards the spire. Things are still kind of like big. You see, you're seeing like the local like police force and militia are beginning to head in that direction. You know, this is a big fucking deal. They're trying to establish some more order in this sudden outburst of chaos. Yeah, do you guys just beeline it for there?
Yes.
Yeah, there's nothing really for us to
Yeah.
do.
Okay.
Because there's not like, so people are panicking, but it's not like riots in the streets panicking.
No, it's
Okay.
like, as you know, a lot of buildings have been destroyed. Presumably, many people are injured, at least.
Coda is sweating. But he cannot sweat. He is
You
scared.
were granted the sweat upgrade. I don't know if you'd consider that an
Gross.
upgrade,
I
really.
don't know.
You're leaking coolant. Okay, I don't think there's like a move. So you guys moving there stealthily? Are you trying to?
Coda will do whatever anyone else does.
I'm just asking, if you are trying to move there without being noticed, you will take longer to get there, but you're less likely to be seen. If you don't move stealthily, you'll get there faster, but someone could see you.
I think we're just huffing it there.
I'm cool with that.
All right. You guys hoof it down the main roads, down to the base of this spire. As you approach, you see... actually, this is an important point of order. Who has the amulet? Did we decide on that?
Coda asked for it, but I don't think it was given to him.
I think,
Janus was the last to have it, but
yeah, I think Janus picked it up again. I don't think Janus trusts Coda with it, because I think Janus thinks Coda's gonna go, like, turn it into the authorities, and Janus is like, hell no.
can't
I
believe my robots are
swindled this
dark.
Yeah.
Valid. Okay, so Janus has the artifact. You guys make your way to the spire. Once you get there, you see this thing is towering, several hundred feet tall, probably around 200 feet in the air. It is at a slight angle, you realize. And now that you've approached it, you are actually slightly under it, as it is moving outwards. Looking around, there are, you see a lot of the Fortuna militia, who are flying into the scene on speeders. A couple people, like, they're trying to direct people. They're trying to move rubble. Some of the buildings around here are still unstable and very well could collapse from the sheer amount of moved earth. There's a lot of dust in the air. There's a lot of loose dirt now coming down in like a pile from the base of the spire, as well as just in the street, as this thing towers over you, casting its shadow across the city, cutting through the morning light. You guys
Alright.
are looking for an entrance to some capacity. Okay. There's not like a sharp stat, or is there? I guess
Sharp expertise is kind of that.
expertise is kind of that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking for like as like a perception analog, like if you're looking
Yeah.
for something, you know. I
Metal?
guess metal could work. I mean, tactics, accuracy, that tracks. Sure. If tell you what, if all four of you want to roll me, you can roll face adversity or assessment, but add metal to it.
Okay,
This is my first time rolling dice as Rusty. Let's see if the dice
Hey.
like him.
I got a 5 and a 3, which is an 8, minus my 1 metal is a 7.
Okay. Dustin? What'd you get? Oh no,
no.
Snake Eyes.
Mhm.
Oh, Mars.
I got a 4.
Oh boy, Masha.
This
This is
obelisk is going to fall on us.
We are not a perceptive
That'll
bunch.
be the end of our summer programming.
this is plus metal, correct?
Plus metal, yes.
And what exactly is it that we're doing?
Basically, you guys are you guys have arrived here. You are sort of casing the area, moving through the rubble and refuse, trying to find a way in as you have sort of mad dashed your way to the base of this spire.
Okay. That is a 7 for me.
Okay. Okay. You guys look for a while. Or at least what feels like a while. You are not able to find a way into this.
Am I able to like sense, like, oh, this is a system that I can?
You don't have precognition involving this weird. No.
Okay, I'm not able
The
to
only
just be like,
if you're
oh,
looking
hey.
for like air quotes ancient signals,
Uh-huh.
there's the amulet, and at the moment that's it.
Okay, I think Coda's gonna try to enter the amulet again. Oh, goodbye, Groovy.
Oh,
Was that
okay.
groovy?
Yeah, Groovy died.
Classic groove.
Yep.
Classic groovy.
It's fine. I'll play it again.
Hey, Janice.
I think Groovy's offline.
Oh, weird.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
Hand
does
me-
that.
rip.
Yeah, it'll be back in a minute, and it'll probably just join automatically and scare us all to death.
Okay.
Hey, Janice. Hand me that amulet.
Why should I? I bartered for it myself.
Fine, then
Fine.
you use it. Go ahead. And he just crosses his arms. He doesn't say how. He just says to use it.
Janus is going to touch it to the obelisk,
Or-
pretend like totally confidently, like, oh yes, I know what I'm doing, and then touch it to the obelisk.
You approach the obelisk. You press the metal of the amulet up against the surface of this spire. You wait a moment, and nothing happens.
Cool.
Damn, that's what I was gonna do too.
Can I? So can I try to enter the amulet and activate it?
Sure. Yeah, you connect to it. Roll interface for me. Face adversity plus interface.
Okay, I rolled a 5 and a 2,
7.
which is a 7 plus my 2 is a 9.
9. Okay. You access the amulet. And suddenly, you are aware of a second link between the amulet and this spire. And actually, the lot of you standing around see that as soon as this happens, are you holding the amulet or are you just connected to it?
I'm not. Yeah, no, I'm not holding it. I think.
Right.
I think a part of. So, Janice is holding it against the spire, and Coda's like, well, might as well connect. And so he sort of like, he just connects and just sort of like slumps over.
Okay. You all, Janus, more light erupts from the surface of the amulet, actually, to the point where it projects a hologram.
Oh.
Janus is going to look at Rusty and stick their tongue out because they're like, "Ha, I got it to work," and then just project the hologram
this
so that everyone can see it.
This hologram made of teal light sort of it crackles and fizzes and sort of like it's taking a second to realize itself. And Coda, you're like realizing or recognizing all of this as it's happening on a digital scale as well. And the first thing that appears is a symbol, or two symbols rather. And you realize, looking down at the amulet, that while it's hanging, while it can hang from that small slot in it, it's actually hanging sideways when it does that. Because you recognize that this symbol, it's actually this.
Yo.
It's OE.
OE.
Oh,
It's
Yo.
It's probably mirrored or something. but
Yeah,
an
it's
O and
mirrored.
an E.
For us.
I apologize. Way less cool of a reveal, I suppose.
Yo.
But, and as it boots, Coda, you are made aware because you are like experiencing this happen almost in your head. You see in your mind Old Earth Protocol activated. The OE stays in the hologram for a moment and flashes away, and suddenly a star map appears, projected in this hologram. And you recognize that this is the local cluster. This is the collection of systems that the Aeschylean Unity, the Galvan Ascendancy, the Clamority Concord, and all of the frontier space, all the way up until the Big Empty, this is all projected here in this hologram. It almost like expands outward slightly. And there are, let's see, there are 5 stars in particular, 5 systems that you recognize that glow particularly brightly within it. And they are connected, threaded by strips of light in the hologram. You recognize these systems, a few of them in particular. Lorelei, one of them catches you wildly off guard because looking at these, looking at the setup of this, looking at these systems, one of them has to be where Asteria is. The system, at least, that Asteria is in. One of them is Fortuna, the planet you are currently on. One of them is the Apophis system, which is the I had to throw one reference in there. Come on. The Apophis system is the capital of the Aeschylean Unity. There's the Moedis system, Moedis, as well as the Caliban system, which is where the Clamority Concord is located.
And for our listeners at home, Asteria is my home planet. Or like the man killer home planet.
Yeah. And that is what you are presented with here by the Spire, as surely dozens of militia members and law enforcement and relief workers dart around you.
I think once the main hologram appears and everyone kind of gets a good look at it, Janus like shoves it back in their like not coat but like their cloak, I guess. I don't know.
Sure. In your jacket or clothes or whatever.
Yeah.
Somewhere in your layers and layers of clothing.
Yeah, to get the light away, and then
Mhm.
they kind of like gesture, like kind of tilt their head up to be like, hey, there's a bunch of cops around here.
Am
But
I
this is-
able to save the map this time?
I will say that this you are able to tell this is something that you will be able to call upon whenever you need to.
Okay, perfect. Thank
Basically,
Sorry.
you from now on you can access the amulet, and if you need to reopen the map.
Okay.
You guys see some of the Aescalon soldiers show up. They approach. Only 2 of them. Not the full 5. What do you do? They're not approaching you, I should say. They approach the
Oh, okay.
scene.
Okay.
Sorry. They are sort of just like in the middle of the chaos looking for people. And
Time for us to make scares, yeah?
I'm ready to get out of here.
That sounds like a good plan to me.
Yeah, Coda reactivates.
We have to make sure we don't leave you behind one day, my man.
he just takes naps. He's like the robot equivalent of narcoleptic, kind of.
Sometimes I just get out of it for a moment.
All right, let's skedaddle.
Okay.
Go on, get.
You guys once more scoot boots back to your ship. It is it's past the equivalent of noon at this point, probably. As you know, time and decisions have gone on. You guys make it back to the Rhapsody. You board your ship. Close up the hull. What do you do?
Wow, I was surprised. I thought we got out of that fairly easily.
Well,
Don't jinx it.
it ain't over yet. And also, what the hell is that thing?
A map.
I mean, it's a star map, obviously, but like, to what?
Sorry.
I think the only way to really find out is to visit the other bits of it.
Yeah.
Maybe
One can only hope it's some pretty dope treasure.
But
Or
maybe
loot
each
or-
location of the map unlocks a further piece of the map that will lead us to a whatever it's hiding.
I mean, have any of you ever heard of the Old Earth Protocol?
Only Coda heard or saw that.
Oh,
You saw OE,
got it,
but
got it.
only
got it.
Coda saw Old Earth.
Have we established that Earth is not a thing, or
So here's the thing, right? The current year is, let me make sure I got it right again. 3,269.
9? Nice.
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 Post-founding.
Nice.
And the founding is more or less what is described as when humanity arrived in the local cluster.
Okay.
History before that pretty much doesn't exist.
Okay. So Earth is not a thing that people know about.
No.
Okay. Cool.
People there's like people talk about the notion of humanity having a home world, and it's conjecture.
Mhm. So,
the most
Earth is not a term that Coda would know.
No.
Okay. Cool. I think What was it called? The orbital Earth? What was it?
Old Earth Protocol.
Old Earth. Okay. Cool. The code that I was examining determined OE as Old Earth Protocol. I am unsure what that means.
I am also unsure.
Well, I mean, I mean, maybe it's maybe some kind of old dirt or something.
It could
Hell
be.
yeah, old dirt.
I mean, treasure is
Great.
buried in old dirt quite often.
Treasure's buried in any dirt, doesn't matter the age of it.
But usually, the older it is, the more valuable it is.
I mean, should we be trying to take bits of that spire and sell it?
I don't think we'd find many buyers.
Seems an unnecessary risk as well.
And
Well,
we just
then we'd
walk all the way
better
back from there.
get a move on. We'd better get
Please
a move
stop making
on.
fun of my accent.
I'm not trying to. It's just happening.
Is it your accent?
Well, I mean, no, you know it isn't. But like, it's
Joey
might as
Wheeler?
well.
I was trying to understand how far the deceit goes.
Yeah, well, I mean, really, it's something that I just try to stick to it just in case people are listening. You know.
Okay.
Regardless.
Understandable.
Yeah, regardless. So where do we go? I mean, I ain't going to the Apophis system.
What is the least dangerous place on the map?
Well, so to go through them again, there is Asteria, which is where Lorelai's homeworld is. There is Caliban, which is the Clamori Concord. They're a fairly neutral political space. Apophis 1031, which is the capital of the Aeschylean Unity. Make of that as you will. One of them is the planet you are on, and the other is Moedis, which is a fairly inconspicuous system in the Galvan Ascendancy.
So, I mean, do you think it's more them spires or something?
Maybe if we activate all the spires, some sort of larger map will form, or a great arrow will point us towards some sort of valuable treasure or whatever that may be, but it seems like we have to go to all these planets.
I mean, you think so? And well, I guess the better question is this one done? Is this did it do it? Do we need to do something else?
I mean, maybe we can find our answers on one of these other planets, but I feel like these Aeschylean mercenary folk are not gonna. It's just evolving. Are not gonna give us the answers that we're looking for. I mean, one of the neutral zones, maybe. Maybe we don't. I mean, it's worth just seeing how the medallion reacts to being further away from the spire. Just getting back out there into space. Charting course for the closest planet.
Sounds like a plan to me. I mean, we've got no better options as of right now, and I fully support getting the fuck off of this rock.
I mean, all right, I'll head up front, and then we can, I guess, once we get away from here, we can decide what to do from there.
Okay. You guys assume your positions into... Oh darn. That file is too powerful. Okay, that's fine. I was going to play a song. I didn't check all of them. I was a fool.
A fool.
You guys assume your positions in the ship. Rusty, you make your way up to the helm. There is a shield station in engineering. There is a gunnery station and a navigation station in the helm as well. You guys can be wherever the hell you want to be, really. and you, you ignite thrusters. Your auxiliary thrusters lift you off slowly into the air. Your landing gear retracting back up into the Rhapsody. The ship angles upwards slightly as your main thruster in the back of your ship ignites and picks up and begins to lift you further into the atmosphere. The haze of ozone, you begin to see. Actually, we'll just say this, Janus. You are somewhere with a window. I'm just deciding now.
Right, that works for me.
We'll say you're in. The ships have artificial gravity, so takeoff is actually like pretty chill. You are walking down the hallway of the habitation deck, sort of moving as, Rusty and everyone has begun takeoff, and you look down onto the spaceport, and among all of the chaos of everyday life, you see Bruzark stepping out onto the flat concrete plain where your ship used to be. And he angles his head upward and just looks. And you guys lift further into the atmosphere. You see the haze through the windows. As the blue of the sky deepens and fades and opens up into the vast black expanse of space. And the local cluster is yours for the taking. And I think that is where I would like to end session 1.
That's a good place to end it. That's like
Yeah.
Very
an
cool.
amazing image to end that on.
All right. Well, very good. Shit. I hope everyone had a good time.
Yeah.
Also watching
Yeah.
as well.
A very good
Um,
time.
I have been losing my mind for the last several weeks. World building and all of that business. But I had a good time, and I hope you guys did too. We'll be back in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. End of
For-
session. Wait.
No.
Wait.
I
Hang
actually
on.
don't know how leveling up works in this game in the slightest.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
really?
very weird.
I can explain it if you need me to.
Please do. Actually, I could probably benefit from that.
Should we do it now on stream or?
We can talk
do it
about
after.
it. We can talk about it post stream,
Okay.
and then explain it to our audience the first time it happens in game.
That's probably the best option. Yes.
So on top of all of this, I think I mentioned to Chris and Mars the other day when we were hanging out. This campaign does actually have a proper title. Outside of just Uncharted Worlds. But
I like that.
I couldn't say it because it would spoil, a lot of what happened this session. But I can reveal it now. And I believe Saul has the ability to, because he is in this chat like a ghost or something. Watch the overlay.
Watch the
he says.
overlay.
All right, I'm watching it. It's gonna take a
I'm
minute.
watching it.
Oh, it's delayed. Who knows?
Who knows?
I know, we're gonna just be staring for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
What
I'm
is it?
like,
it's gonna be awkward.
there it is. Look above my head, above my
Oh.
screen.
Return to.
OE.
Oh.
The black hole is an O and an
Oh.
E.
Okay.
No.
All right.
You, you.
Saul
Graphic
came up with that.
design.
I can't take credit for. I mean, I came up with the title, but Saul came up with the logo design. I can't take credit for that.
I want that logo design as a pin. Like
Good.
I do
legitimately.
too, like
Oh, yeah.
super
I,
bad.
Yeah.
I want to
actually.
pin that on something. Like
Cyber Goji says it was in front of us the whole time.
It was.
It really was. I thought it was just like a sick vibe, but apparently it's also a logo.
It was both.
Also, to be fair, getting Getting enamel pins is not that hard. I'm just saying.
It's not.
It's much.
I have a whole bunch of frog pins. I ordered a whole
Anyway.
bunch of frog pins at one point.
Hell yeah.
As one
Oh,
should.
valuable. Okay.
That is absolutely spectacular, and this is so much fun, and I adore it already, and I adore all of our characters already, and I adore Beefy Mick Sketchy Killed Family Pants, even though he's a murderer.
I'm
so
I adore him as well. I'm glad everyone loves him.
Epic.
Okay. Unless anyone else has anything to say.
I would like to say that I don't want this stream and or session to end, so I'm just going to keep talking until you all force
gonna
me
hang
to
out.
shut up.
We're gonna
Yeah.
hang out for a while after stream just to decompress,
Yeah.
probably. But
yeah.
thank you all for coming. Thank you for staying with us as we move into summer programming and then onward into season 2 in the future. Means a lot. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you continue to enjoy all of our weird bullshit space antics. We love you. Take care of yourself. Drink some water.
Unclench your jaw.
Unclench your jaw. Take a walk. Maybe not right now. It's kind of late.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning. Take
Tomorrow
a nice
morning.
walk
Take a
tomorrow
walk
morning.
if you can. It's a weekday.
Take a
I know.
space walk.
Take a space walk.
Take a spacewalk.
Just, hey,
Know that you are loved and valuable.
this is me to you. Take a space walk. Good night,
Take
everyone.
a spacewalk.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh no.